What's your favorite Bible story? I guess I've said this before. The one that always stuck with me, that really like made a lasting impression, not really even in a positive way, was the story of Abraham. I don't know. That one like actually kind of frightened me, but I don't know if I'd call it my favorite. That was just the one that really like stuck with me. Why did it frighten you? That's the story of the Abraham needing to sacrifice his son. Why did he do that? It was a test of faith. He didn't actually kill his son. At the end, it was like, no, stop. You've proven your faith. So it was basically like the first prank. My favorite is Samuel 18:27, where King Saul ordered David to kill 200 dudes and take their foreskin so he can marry the king's daughter. That one gets mentioned a lot. I've talked about that one as well. I actually talked about that with Wendigoon once. I'm pretty sure that was on, I can't remember where we talked about it. It might have been Red Thread. But we talked about that exact story. Other than Donkey Ollie, do you have any other memorable Bible animations you watched as a kid? Not animations, but I watched a lot of Bible Man. When I was a kid, I used to go to a Christian after-school care center. So it was a lot of like Bible study courses and stuff when I was a kid. Those things like Bible Man, VeggieTales, that kind of thing. VeggieTales was really like the only Bible animation I watched at the time. VeggieTales was actually pretty good. It was. VeggieTales was, I always enjoyed it. How accurate was this game compared to the Bible? Pretty close. It's pretty close in a lot of areas. A lot I didn't even remember. So, it was actually a faithful adaptation in a lot of ways. The story I remember the most is the story of Job, where God took everything away from Job to test his faith. That one was very sad, yeah. Job's story was another sad one. You a Christian? I'm not as spiritual as I was, but yeah, I mean, I always was growing up. Again, I got baptized twice. And like I said earlier, for my entire like young life, I spent after school care in a Christian facility, for multiple hours after school till my parents picked me up. But I'm not actively spiritual as I was back then. I'm just of the belief now that like what modern Christianity is becoming, where it's like very normalized to pervert the scripture into a lot of different things and try and like present it as something that I was always taught it wasn't, has really just soured my desire to be going and being active in the churches around me. Don't need church to be faithful. But then I agree. I think that's completely fair. You can talk about Christy Gnome's husband and his fucking honkers, his big old melons. Yeah, that shit was wacky. You feel spiritual at all while playing, like a reminder from God? That's kind of a cute question, actually. Unironically, playing through that, like, did just feel good. Like, it is, I don't know. The actual messaging of the scripture, I think, is just a generally positive thing that if people actually did subscribe to, like, the people claim they do, it'd be a lot better. Like, the world would be a lot nicer as opposed to the way they use Christianity now, like by Paula White Cain, Kenneth Copeland, those kind of people. So playing through it reminded me of like, oh, there's like really good messages here that really sucks to see what it's being turned into. People like Paula, nothing new. Jesus spoke of people like her. Oh, I know. It's just very normalized now. Did you order a Trump Bible? No, I have to, though. I gotta spend $1,000 on the Trump Bible. Increase my faith level. Speaking of, that did just remind me, I gotta check in on my Trump phone. It was supposed to be here at the end of March, according to their support guy. I'll have to check in, it's probably on its way. Can't wait for the Trump phone review. Yeah, me neither, man. Any day now. That's what they keep saying. Any day now that puppy will be delivered. I'm excited. I know it's gonna be worth the wait. They're forging the phone out of real gold, that's why it takes so long. You know you're making a joke, but what's crazy is even if they were doing that for every single phone, it would have taken less time than it currently is. And they are literally just drop shipping phones from China, and they still can't even do that. It was supposed to come out in August of 2025. It's unreal. It's unreal. Have you ever seen that video of Prophet Shepherd Bashiri pretending to levitate on camera to prove he can perform miracles? Is he the guy that also brought out an actor in a coffin and pretended to raise him from the dead? I can't remember the name of that prophet, but is it the same guy? Could be the same guy. Alright, let's see. Shepherd Bashiri? No, I don't think this is the same guy. Oh, I can feel it coming. Ah! What? Holy. He can perform miracles. Wow. Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. The chosen one. I'm sure them recording the bottom half of... Oh, okay, here you go, trying to poke holes in a clear miracle. How do you argue with this? You can try, but you won't succeed. Irrefutable. Chris Angel did it first. True. He does that shit over the Luxor. The Luxor. We need another amazing Randy nowadays. Oh, God, you're so right. This is desperately required. 1000%. We need a new James Randi. Do you think GTA 6 is going to meet everyone's expectations, or is the hype simply too high? I have no reason to doubt Rockstar. They've never really given me a reason to think that they won't deliver. So I think it will. I think it'll meet the hype. Why does everyone say I didn't like Red Dead Redemption 2? I had one critique of it. Granted, it is something I have like a legitimate issue with. But I like Red Dead 2. I don't know why everyone keeps fucking saying that every time. It's like if you don't think it's the best game ever made, it must mean you hate it. My one critique is that it is realistic to its own detriment. So like you have to individually loot every single fucking item you want, so it is tedious for the sake of tedium. And also the gameplay is still outdated. I stand by that. Rockstar gameplay formula is outdated. Needs to be revamped. So I guess 2 complaints. But I didn't care as much about that one as much as the fucking unnecessary tedium. You hated the shooting. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the gunplay is just outdated. Getting into fights never felt fun. So basically what you're saying is it insists upon itself. Yeah, you can boil it down to that. That sounds right. I feel like it's pretty simple. It's just... I don't think I should be having to individually loot every single cupboard in every single house. And I'd also like my gunplay to not be a carbon copy of the gunplay that existed 10 years prior. I'd like to see some kind of evolution. But you didn't give the same critique to Crimson Desert? Brother, what? Who do you think you're talking to? I didn't like Crimson Desert. I didn't even finish it. The only compliment I had for it was the combat was really fun. That is one of my complaints about how much I had to do of tedious looting for each individual pot and pan and gold piece. I think you're getting me confused for somebody else. I didn't finish Red Dead 2 on stream, no. I finished it off stream. I think I only streamed Red Dead Redemption 2 once. And it was for the fucking poker marathon. I don't even think I actually streamed it more than once. I could be wrong, though. You think you'll get into GTA 6 RP like you did with GTA 5? Truly just depends on what's available. Depends on the server. If it's a fun community, maybe. I like RP. RP's fun. It's just it always depends on who's around. I hate like the super sweaty, serious, and like cringe RP. I did hear that though, that Gang of Dragon is cancelled. They got rid of the YouTube channel. This was after they announced they needed like 40 million more in additional funding to actually make the game, which is a shame because it looked very cool.
Motherfucker! Yes! Yes!
Hopefully they release what they have in some capacity, because it'd be such a shame.
So, yeah? Time to settle up.
Hey, Taiki. When'd you make it back?
Excuse me, sir. Shut your mouth.
All right. Talk soon.
On your feet, now. Son of a... Fuck it! Just kill him!
So it'll never see the light of day, but it looked like it would have been fun. Why did it get canceled? Well, it's not officially canned per se, but they ran out of funding. They needed an additional like $40 million to finish off the game, which they weren't getting. So now the YouTube channel's gone, and it's looking like it's in the books. So there's still a chance. No, not really, man. They're not gonna randomly find $40 million in the mattress or something. Maybe stop making games that expensive. Hey, brother, you're preaching the choir. This game was apparently like already 5 years into development or something like that. Like I'm telling you, and I've been saying it for years, the future is going back to the old ways of development where you spend like a year, maybe 2 years top on a game, you keep the budget low and you make something creative. Indies are crushing it, and many of them are in that general ballpark. Like, you do not need these $100 and $200 million gambles. And that's how you end up with so much of the same shit over and over again, like extraction shooters and that kind of garbage, because they then get afraid because the budgets are so high. You want to go for a safe bet, a proven genre, then you don't get anything actually bold. Use Square as an example with releasing Final Fantasy 6 through 10. All those games came out in like a 5-year time span. It is always so mind-boggling to go back to the late 90s, early 2000s games, because they were releasing so many bangers in such a short period of time. Like all the way up until probably about 2009, I would say. Because they're pretty simple to make. That's exactly right. Some of the best games of those eras were pretty simple, and look what was delivered. Look what they gave us. You forget how much slop was released back then. You're only remembering the good times. Of course the slop was there. Absolutely. But it's not like the slop disappeared. The slop is still here more than ever. I would argue an even greater capacity now. Of course there was slop back then. But I will say, the slop of yesteryear was more endearing than modern slop. Because even some of your biggest dog shit trash piles at least had some kind of charm to them. Like shit, look at licensed games. Some licensed games actually went crazy. Like the X-Men game. The Wolverine one. There were some like actually good licensed ones. King Kong, yeah, Peter Jackson's King Kong. You saw the video of Soulja Boy's actor being shown a photo of him getting a hair transplant that's being used at an Indian barber shop? I'm
going to end it with a slightly fun note. Jensen, I don't know if you know, but you're pretty popular in India. Of course, you know that. But you're popular that barber shops have your pictures. And this one I found in Bombay has a picture of you for a hair transplant thing. They did a before and after because you have the perfect hair. I don't know if you can see this, but...
that is a pretty cool ad.
No, it's and a shout out to that barbershop because it still looks great today. Whatever. Yeah, hold it up one more time. Ant's got to get a look at this. It's yeah. So this was an actual. They just removed.
This guy's laugh is.
It was a
pretty
awesome reveal, as we call it in the biz.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jensen, are you scared that you're not getting paid for this? I mean, it's a small barbershop, but still.
I'm not scared that I'm not getting paid. I'm scared that.
That's Anthony Starr? Wait, when did he grow facial hair? I've only ever seen him mostly clean shaven. That's Anthony Starr? Oh yeah, he's rocking the facial hair now. Oh, I had no idea. No, genuinely, I thought this was like one of the directors or some shit, maybe. I don't know. I had no clue. You probably think Clark Kent with glasses is stupid disguise. I mean, it is. It's fun, but it is a bad disguise. Let's not compare just putting glasses on to having an entire fucking an entire face of facial hair. Facial hair changes everything about a person's look. If I shaved, you wouldn't even recognize me. Never forget when Henry Cavill proved that wrong when he went to New York City with a Superman shirt on and no one recognized him. When was that?
This is Clark Kent. Good luck, kid.
A friend of mine and I were discussing the idea of these glasses not being good enough disguise. And we decided to go to Times Square to test the theory. I wore a Superman t-shirt and no glasses and stood underneath the giant wraparound Batman v Superman posters in Times Square and got stopped twice. Once by someone exiting the subway asking for directions to Central Station. And the other time was in a coffee shop where someone said, "Could you please stop taking photos?"
I don't know. I feel like there's no way of confirming or denying that. I don't know. I doubt that. And that's New York City. That's just like a bunch of fucking NPCs. It's just not even real. New York City, I don't know. Maybe. Why lie? Because it's a good story. I just have such a hard time believing that. Were you going to see Hokum? Heard it's the scariest movie ever made. I've never heard of it. Is this the latest one to take up the mantle of scariest film ever produced?
Fado, long ago, deep in the woods, there lived an old Kalyak.
Ah, it's the Hokum.
One of the members of staff is missing.
What do you think happened to her?
Go home.
Well, you still look like your passport picture.
This might be the scariest movie ever made.
It's just people with closed minds. Can't see him. Fado. Long ago.
Who's there?
Fado.
What's happening? Get me out of here!
Long ago.
I'll watch it.
There lived.
It doesn't seem like they're marketing this as the scariest movie ever made, though. At least not here. That just seems like normal horror movie marketing. Did you ever talk to someone about building you a black box to have you play every single console? Yep, Nick's on it. The guy who made our CSGO, fucking hydraulic chair. Does he know that the Wii can play GameCube games? It's also easier to trim the motherboard for it as you can get it smaller. Yeah, we were going over it. I told him that, like, there's plenty of efficient ways to do it, but I want it to be, like, absurdly over the top. So we are actually going to make it look like the Hit It Joe doohickey. That's the idea.
Bang! Hit it, Joe!
So imagine this, but it's got like a whole bunch of like wires and places for cartridges and games to go in. I really like the idea of just having something super outlandish for it. So that'll basically be our black box. That'll play every game ever made. Just plug my shit in, get to use my physical game collection. Now, just to temper expectations, it's not going to be every game console ever. It's going to be the ones I actually have the physical media for. So there's not going to be the Zeebo, there's not going to be the Pippin. It's going to be my physical media collection. If it doesn't have the Ouya, what's even the point? And fuck that. I want to actually use it. When would I ever play anything from the Ouya? Like, conceptually, that's fun, and maybe we'll do, like, a spin-off where it's only every shitty thing, every shitty console ever made. But for, like, my actual core black box gaming doodad, I don't need them there. Don't want them there. Will it not have the Magnavox Odyssey 2? Are you even a real gamer? What the fuck is the Magnavox Odyssey 2? Now we're just making up things. Like the Game Sphere.
Computer Golf. Part
Holy
of the
shit.
all-new computer video game Odyssey 2 from Magnavox. Lots of multi-game cartridges. Sports games, football. You've never seen...
Damn, that's so lifelike.
Educational games, Mathemagic, games of chance, blackjack, and much, much more. Odyssey 2, another advancement from Magnavox.
That's pretty cool. Doesn't Magnavox just sell DVD players now? Ain't no way Magnavox is still around. That sounds way too old. The dark story behind America's forgotten electronics giant. How is it a dark story? What happened? Inside Magnavox factory, how Fort Wayne, Indiana amplified America, then fell silent. All the employees got trapped in the games. Fuck. This is, oh my, I can't believe this title's actually worked on me, and now I'm so curious what the fucking dark story could possibly be behind Magnavox. I'll give it 45 seconds to sell me on it.
A machine built by two men most people today have never heard of. That machine would eventually become the backbone of one of the most powerful electronics companies America had ever seen.
That's cool.
A company that put a television in your living room.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? I have one of these. I actually just got one of these. It's not Magnavox, but if they were like the progenitors of it, that's very cool. Wow, were they actually like the first to do it?
Comes from the Latin word.
Are you LARPing as a 20s gangster? Why do you have that? It was actually a gift. My parents got it. They got it for me. They thought it'd be cool. And it is cool. It's one of the refurbished ones, so it's not an original. So they also upgraded the components, so it still does like record playing, but it also has Bluetooth. But it's cool. I think I really like it. So far, there's nothing dark about this story. This is a really cool looking thing here. That just looks like some fucking Bronze Age tech. I love that like retro feel of these type of gizmos. Yeah, it's cool. So far, there's again nothing dark about this story. It's just kind of like the history of Magnavox. Maybe there's some kind of like corporate espionage and fucking murder. Who knows, but so far it's just kind of like the interesting story of Magnavox. Oh yeah, you gotta have the Mattel Hyperscan at least. Is that the one where you'd scan the barcodes and it was little monsters? You do scan cards, but it's like for upgrades.
We got a weird one this time. It doesn't sit very flat on my desk. The AV cable cannot be removed. Connectors cost money, you know. The controller ports use the same connector as an old PC mouse. They've tried to stop you plugging other stuff in by having a flat edge on the connector, but this mouse has got a slim plug on it, so it's just not going to work though. So what is this strange piece of, which way up does it even go? This is a Mattel Hyperscan. Wow, that's a noise. Yeah, alright. Oh, we were loading the loading screen. I was about to say, that loading time wasn't too long. Never mind. Wow, I like that pop at the beginning of the sound. Scan. Three of those are Marvel games. The fourth is Ben 10, and the fifth is Interstellar Wrestling League, which I think was actually made up for the Hyperscan. Let's go for a one-player tournament, and if you only have the disc, this is as far as you can get. It's gimmick time. Cards. The reason why this is called Hyperscan is because you have to scan cards to play the games. When you bought a game for this system, it came with a few game cards so that you could play the game just. But if you wanted more functionality out of the games, you had to buy booster packs of cards.
Oh my god, they were ahead of the curve. If they did this today, TikTok would be going ballistic. Scalpers would be flocking. Oh, Mattel was just a little too early. They were a tad too early. Oh, fuck. They just needed to keep it on ice for a little bit longer. That is the easiest capitalization off the gotcha brain that we have today. Nintendo kind of stole the idea with amiibos. I guess to a certain extent, yeah. Except you literally can't play the game without the cards here, so this is even more egregious and even better for Mattel had they done it in this era where everyone goes ballistic for gotcha and cards.
packs of cards. Mattel knew that trading cards were popular and they were hoping that if they added trading cards and video games together, they'd make all the billions of dollars. So when you buy a Hyperscan, you get X-Men and you get 6 cards. 2 characters, 3 attack modifications, and whatever a strength room is. What a strange looking dude. So Mattel was trying to implement a pay-to-play model before keeping your console online all the time was a thing. So which character do we want? Do we want Wolverine or I've never heard of Lady Deathstrike?
Too early.
Let's go with I've never heard of Lady Deathstrike.
Is it reading it?
Oh,
nice.
It came up. Before I got one of these, I saw online that it was really impossible to actually scan your cards and it only worked 1 in every bajillion times. I figured that that person's Hyperscan was just a bit junk, and if I got my own, it probably wasn't going to be like that. Turns out they're all like that. Player 1 Scanner Mod. Well, these 2 cards seem to be exactly the same, except one has Wolverine and one has I've never heard of Lady Deathstrike. I wonder if I use the Wolverine one on I've never heard of Lady Deathstrike. Oh, they're exactly the same card. You can scan more than one mod card. Oh, they weren't the same. One of them was better. What's the point in having the other one? Okay, now we got these loading times I heard about. This console stinks of using the cheapest of everything that they could manage to get the product onto the market.
That's not bad. That's a decent load. That's like firing up Rainbow Six Siege every time.
Ooh, what are the buttons? Oh, I got a block. That's not where I wanted to block. Oh, I'm not very good at fighters, but even with that, I feel
pretty cool. 2006, by the way. That was 2006, huh? For reference, Gears of War was already out. That's pretty cool. They cooked. They fucking cooked. Should play this on stream. Someone in chat saying there's an emulator, so maybe... Who the fuck built a Hyperscan emulator? There's always someone that's willing to make that kind of stuff, even for the most unloved, forgotten things. Might not be the case. I think the age of the inventor has already ended. I could not disagree more. Actually could not disagree more. It is... I think we are currently in the Renaissance. Thanks to things like TikTok, people can fucking hawk anything. But if you're talking about like quality inventions, maybe I'll give you that. Hey, don't mean to interrupt, but your significant other asked me to give you a message. It's that you need to improve your hygiene, and really the only way to do that optimally is by going to usecheeky.com and getting some of our soap. The new gen Beyblade is pretty popular now, I believe. Beyblade is popular, man. There's a card shop I go to that has like a pretty strong Beyblade presence. I was so tempted to get some of the blades they had there, or some of the builds they had there. It seems really hype. Like legit, it seems like a lot of fun.
We're jumping into the final match after winning the coin flip.
I don't think Beyblades are like super collectible. You usually just go for like optimized builds or rogue builds, meta. But maybe there is a collecting element to it. I'm not super sure.
I don't. And yeah, we got about I'd say we're approaching about 30 degrees with Faradin's launch here.
Can you choose any launch angle?
Hover got quite a few nice attacks. They pulled out a brand new stadium.
He fucking split him in half. Yeah, Beyblade's alive and well. That's the point I'm making. that was the point I was making. It's got a pretty healthy scene. It seems fun, man. It actually seems pretty fun. Confused on how this works, wouldn't this all just be RNG since I would assume all builds have been min-maxed? Yeah, so after you're done with your builds, it does come down to a large chunk of RNG from what I understand, but you can do certain things to influence it and certain things change it based on like the stadium and stuff. So like launch angle, how we mentioned approaching 30 degrees, I imagine that plays a pretty big role. You need to choose like the optimized launch angle for your build. Like there's probably like some very small things in there that have a huge impact on it, but for the most part I think there's going to be a lot of RNG, just by design. That would make the entry point to the pro scene pretty low. You should try and win a tournament and make a super serious documentary. I pitched that idea, not about Beyblade in particular, but just making documentaries on like the really small tournaments and stuff as if they're a huge deal. Like what we did with League when we won the Demacia Cup. I really like doing that kind of stuff. Please play the Dragon Ball TCG. I was looking at that. Is this a fun card game? They have two different versions. They have Fusion World, and then they have just like the general one, and I couldn't quite figure out why. Because it's fundamentally the same game. It's just Fusion World is simplified. And when I was trying to look at gameplay, it's only this shit of people treating it like investments, which is so unbelievably cringe. So is the game itself actually fun? How is it fun when you can't buy them? I didn't know that they were hard to find. But I guess that about checks out, considering everything that comes up is only about like the financial investments of Dragon Ball cards. It's so gross. It's so gross. It's so gross. It's just, oh my god. Ugh. Everything is just investments with cards. Fuck me. I can't wait for it to crash. I just can't wait. It cannot come soon enough, bro. Holy. How long can this shit go on for? I have no idea. I don't know. Mostly get cards to play, but I did get an Alpha Soul Ring because it's cool as fuck. It is cool as fuck. And if you would even know how the game is played, you're already different than 99% of these vultures. What would you rather have first, the AI crash or TCG crash? Let's not get carried away. Obviously the AI crash. That's better for everybody. The TCG situation here is easily avoidable. It's just sad what's happened to it. But the AI crashing is great for all of us. See the AI photo Trump posted of him walking with an alien? I didn't know. That sounds so cool though. What the fuck? Oh, now that's hard. And that alien's fucking yoked though. Everything minus the peen? Holy. That's a fucking frame mog and a half, dude. Oh my. The chain is attached to his hip. Well, yeah, he's not handcuffed. He's goth, bro. He's not a prisoner here, he's an ally. Wallet chain. Oh, true, could have been a wallet chain. You ever watch Peter's lecture where he just talks about the Antichrist? Really, he's the one talking about the Antichrist, huh? Wow. I bet those are really insightful lectures from the greasiest looking man on the planet. A guy whose skin looks like it's perpetually melting off to reveal a demon underneath, yeah. I'm sure he's the one that's going to save us from the Antichrist. He's always talking about that. You've never seen those? I haven't. I don't really engage in much of Peter's work. Can't fucking stand that guy. A controversial take on the concept of the Antichrist.
I think there's always a question, how do we articulate some of these existential risks, some of the challenges we have? And they're all framed in this sort of runaway dystopian science text. There's a risk of nuclear war. There's a risk of environmental disaster. But
there's a risk of this man's whole face falling off. God, look, that you can't tell me that's not a mask. Like, look at his ear. That looks like if I tried to draw an ear on a piece of paper. It's missing like all of the detail of a human ear.
But I always think that if we're going to have this frame of talking about existential risks, perhaps we should also talk about the risk of another type of a bad singularity, which I would describe as the one world totalitarian state. I've been wondering whether that's going from the frying pan into the fire. And so the atheist philosophical framing is one world or none. And the Christian framing, which in some ways is the same question, is Antichrist or Armageddon. But I think we have an answer to this plot hole. The Antichrist would take over the world is you talk about Armageddon nonstop. You talk about existential risk nonstop, and this is what you need to regulate. It's the opposite of the picture of in science from the 18th century, where the Antichrist is like some evil tech genius, evil scientist who invents this machine to take over the world. People are way too scared for that. The thing that has political resonance is the opposite. The thing that has political resonance is we need to stop science. In our world, it's far more likely to be Greta Thunberg. I think this was a question.
Wow, that was insightful, actually. Holy, wait, that Yeah, man, he's kind of onto something. It probably wouldn't be the guys with like infinite money and constantly investing in infinite ways to replace human beings and actually control the world. It probably wouldn't be them. That is probably a misconception. Hey, he really made some strong points there. Fuck, now I need to invest in the cow collar AI business that he invested in. I gotta follow this guy. This guy's good. He's a hero. His face looks like a chewed piece of gum. Well, it's just because you haven't seen it in its normal sodden state. Typically, he's far wetter than this. This is the driest I've ever seen him, for what it's worth. Most of the time, he's glistening. I assume he'd be bone dry with his skin squeezing his face. Well, that's where you're wrong. His skin is so tightly wrapped around his bones that it's actually squeezing some of the marrow out, and it's constantly wetting his face in like every interview ever. You don't understand the process. He's not the Antichrist, by the way. Look at the next video where he's asked if he's the Antichrist. Is it the next one here?
A story about the Antichrist coming to power and using the fear of technological change to sort of impose order on the world. I feel like that Antichrist would maybe be using the tools that you were building, right? Like, wouldn't the Antichrist be like, great, you know, we're not going to have any more technological progress, but I really like what Palantir has done so far, right?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't that a concern? Wouldn't that be the irony?
How dare you? How fucking dare you even bring that evil into this interview? How dare? Where do you get off? The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Of history would be that the man publicly worrying about the Antichrist accidentally hastens his or her arrival.
See, now he's wetting up a little bit. See, now he's starting to soak. You can see it. The way he reflects light, it's like he's always got RTX on, just perpetually by default. He has to be the world's wettest man. Like, inarguably. I don't think there's anyone else out there that can compete.
There are all these different scenarios. I obviously don't think that that's what I'm doing.
I mean, to be clear, I don't think that's what you're doing either. I'm just interested in how you get to a world willing to submit to permanent authoritarian rule. You tell me a story.
I wanted to hear his thoughts on that, but he didn't get them out in time.
Well, it's private.
You tell me.
Where's some more Peter Thiel? Some Peter Thiel. I hadn't heard his talks about the Oh, see, there he is. This is what he normally looks like. You can see right there. I think just every time before getting on camera, he's like, hey, can you just fucking spit all over me, please? No, really, I need you to just, like, cover me in saliva. Yeah, I can't be seen dry. I can't let people know that I'm dry sometimes. No, just fucking lick me like a dog. Not wet, shiny. No, it's wet. It's wet and shiny. He looks like a polished bowling ball. He's just oily. It's so he can fit back into his cocoon. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. What is Peter trying to tell us? What is he trying to say? It's hard to decipher. He's very intellectual. Some of these complex topics just go over the heads of the layman. I don't want to watch a whole video on it, though. Just give me some more bite-sized Peter. He's too obvious to be the Antichrist because isn't he supposed to be liked and actually convincing? Oh, I don't think he's the Antichrist. No, he's definitely not. Because you're right. That'd be too easy. It'd be too clear. Way too on the nose. Nobody would be surprised. Are only podcasters allowed to talk about him? I guess so. It seems like it. He has to have a contract or something. Yeah, I also think I think he just chooses to do that. He just only wants to go on podcasters shit because they know his cock will just be infinitely sucked. Not really challenged would be my guess. So it's just easier for him. Plus he can just stay super fucking sodden. He just gets to be in this perpetual state of grease. If he doesn't generate the oil, who will? That's a good point. You could probably take him like a fucking rag and get a lot of good liquid coming out. One of the Palantir guys said he wishes he could spray American citizens with fentanyl-laced piss with drones to sedate us. That feels like you've probably watched a fake video. Peter is the Palantir guy. Who would be the other one that would even potentially say that? Let me see. I highly doubt it. Let me see. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. We talked about this a little bit. I remember when he said that. Yeah. You're right. To your credit, you were right. He did. I completely forgot. The full interview's on YouTube, the Peter Thiel New York Times interview. Okay. He talks about immortality here. I want to hear his take on immortality. Please, tell me about the secrets to immortality, Peter.
Here's one place where the stagnationist arguments are still reinforced. The fact that we're only talking about AI, I feel, is always an implicit acknowledgement that but for AI, we are like in almost total stagnation.
But the world of AI is clearly filled with people who, at the very least, seem to have a more utopian, transformative, whatever word you want to call it, view of the technology than you're expressing here, right?
What?
And you were mentioned earlier the idea that the modern world used to promise radical life extension and doesn't anymore. It seems very clear.
Yes, it does.
A number of people deeply involved in artificial intelligence see it as a kind of mechanism for transhumanism, for transcendence of our mortal flesh, and either some kind of creation of a successor species or some kind of merger of mind and machine. And do you think that's just all kind of irrelevant fantasy? Or do you think it's just hype? Do you think people are trying to raise money by pretending that we're going to build a machine god, right? Is it hype? Is it delusion? Is it something you worry about?
It's reality. It's coming.
You would prefer the human race to endure,
Now,
right?
excuse me, I need to subscribe to my AI Jesus Companion app.
Yes?
I don't know. I would,
this is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit in
Should
this.
the human race survive?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Great news!
I also
we got a stamp of approval.
I also would like us to radically solve these problems.
Right.
And so, it's always, I don't know, transhumanism is this, the ideal was this radical transformation where your human natural body gets transformed into an immortal body. And there's a critique of, let's say, the trans people in a sexual context, or a transvestite is someone who changes their clothes and cross dresses.
What does this have to do with
transsexual is someone where you change your penis into a vagina. And we can then debate how well those surgeries work. But we want more transformation than that. The critique is not that it's weird and unnatural. It's so pathetically little. And we want more than cross-dressing or changing your sex organ. We want you to be able to change your heart and change your mind and change your whole body. And then Orthodox Christianity, by the way, the critique Orthodox Christianity has of this is these things don't go far enough. Like that transhumanism is just changing your body, but you also need to transform your soul and you need to transform your whole self. And so,
right. But the other, wait. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you for cutting him off. He's so wrong about that, by the way. The idea is that you transform your body and soul through a relationship with God, not through the machine God. We need to go further. We've got to go deeper. He's like, what? 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 This guy's nuts. Bro stole that from BioShock. He thinks he's Andrew Ryan. True. Hail the Omniscience. Yeah, even the interviewer was like, okay, brother, I'm gonna fucking stop you right there. Getting really into the Warhammer territory. It is getting close there.
agree with what I think is your belief, that religion should be a friend to science and ideas of scientific progress. I think any idea of divine providence has to encompass the fact that we have progressed and achieved and done things that would have been unimaginable to our ancestors. But it still also seems like, the promise of Christianity in the end is you get the perfected body and the perfected soul through God's grace. And the person who tries to do it on their own with a bunch of machines is likely to end up as a dystopian character.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying as well. Peter was just way off. This guy even just said him to his face, like, brother, I'm stopping you right there. You're just wrong. That's just not what it's about. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. I didn't expect, like, any pushback.
Well, it's...
You've stunned him.
Let's articulate this.
And you can have a heretical form of Christianity, that says something else.
I don't know. I think the word nature does not occur once in the Old Testament. And so, if you and there is a word in which, a sense in which the way I understand, the Judeo-Christian inspiration is, it is about transcending nature. It is about overcoming things. And the closest thing you can say to nature is that people are fallen, and that's the natural thing in a Christian sense, is that
brother needs to just consult fucking Grok every time he speaks. This is brutal. He can't even get thoughts out, and when he does, it's just babble. Actual gobbledygook. It's hard to listen to this guy. I've only ever heard him in bite-sized pockets. Wow, an actual interview is brutal. He's saying actually nothing. Nature is not mentioned in Machine God Bible. Yeah, he's like, fuck. I mean, I was reading the 11th edition, and I didn't see that word in there. I mean, that can't be right. But the Imperium... I've heard enough. Another billion to AI startups. Yes, please. Newbird. Open up for another round, please. I'm coming in. He gets blood transfusions with younger men. No shot, does he? He seems like the kind of guy that would. I need young blood. Maybe that's why he's always wet. He's sweating out excess plasma from the youth. Oh, he does, apparently. Oh, wow. This dates back to at least 2016? Ambrosia. This is from 2017. The startup harvesting blood of the young. And what, this was a Peter company? Because that's what came up when looking up Peter and his fascination with young blood. Yeah. Wow, you're right. What the fuck? PayPal founders express interest in transfusions. Gawker, wow, this is old shit, even reported that he was spending $40K a quarter on regular transfusions from 18-year-olds. He and various other thinkers who radiate out towards the death-evading transhumanism movement are fascinated by heterochronic parabiosis. Heterochronic parabiosis. The sewing together of two animals in order to create a living chimera. Studies going back decades show the regenerative effects of one organism being joined to another. In the 17th century, Robert Boyle, of Boyle's Law, suggested replacing the blood of the old with the blood of the young. This guy's probably not the Antichrist. He's right, it's definitely somebody else, it's not Peter. He's evil Brian Johnson. Yeah. Like, I already knew about him and all the Palantir shit, so I already knew, like, he was an evil wacko, but this is a level I didn't know. This is pretty extreme stuff. Have you seen the new Stranger Than Heaven review? There's a new one? We saw one, like, 2 weeks ago.
登場界。それが俺たちの国だ。
登場界。ほいじゃあいよいよ兄貴組立ち上げるんじゃの。
やっちゃろうや。兄貴なら絶対にてっぺん取れますけ。
ありがとうな。けど、そういうんじゃねえんだ。
They did a whole showcase. It's 30 minutes long. Oh, wow.
俺たちみてえなヤクザもん。
That's cool.
帰る場所のない連中が生きていける。そんな場所があったらいいって思わねえか。ねえだろそんなの。だから作るんだよ。俺たち自身で。
I found a place where I'm not alone. So I turn the gates.
That right there? That's the Japan you've been.
You know I could take you somewhere.
That's cool.
Stranger than heaven.
Literally and everything.
道聞きたい。
Just what are we trying so hard to protect? 歌を食い物にして、蒼天堀の帝王なんて呼ばれて、それでできた居場所ってのも、俺の欲しかったものなんでしょうか。
What's your story? Just a poem for the Yakuza. Some things never change.
Web.
Looking pretty cool. Very cinematic.
Obsessing over one man's death. That's no way to live a life.
I know. But I can't just leave it alone. If I don't settle this...
What was that?
If I...
Is he like snapping at the train there? Is this like a train rhythm game, mini game?
Don't settle this. My life can't ever begin.
Stranger than heaven.
Nice to know you're not scared.
What's a man gotta do for a little peace and quiet?
Remember my promise, yeah?
怖い顔してますよ、社長。
弱気前やさんした。
You know, we could always just make our own country. It's the only choice we got.
This is a really good trailer.
The way forward is to make a place for ourselves. That settles it, Makoto. If this country won't accept us, we'll carve out our own right from underneath it.
Stranger than heaven.
You collect sound and use them to compose music. That's why he was snapping. As like a core gameplay mechanic, or is that like a mini game? Core gameplay mechanic. Oh wow.
Hey Japan! Come on, join the fun. It's our homecoming after all.
So long, America! This is my home, and nothing's gonna change that!
Stranger than heaven.
That was a really, really good trailer. No, I can't get away with starting and then not finishing Yakuza games anymore. Not now that I have the gaming channel. That one will be started and completed. I don't know, man. Yakuza Pirate was only like a year ago. Yeah, but it predates the gaming channel. That was before. That was the before time. Game has similar combat to Tekken. You control each limb individually when fighting enemies. That's really cool. You checked out the Star Fox remake yet? A lot of fans really hate the redesigns. That looked kind of cool.
That was perfect.
Wow.
There's no way Andros would expect us to launch an assault there. You up for another challenge, Fox?
Scans are showing unidentified energy emanating from within.
Slippy Toad is the team's engineer extraordinaire.
Incredible! Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable warp channel? Did you see the distortions?
That base is the gateway to the wider system, Fox.
And Peppy Hair is their...
Peppy looks fine. Fox looks a little off. Falco's the one that's really sticking out to me right now. Peppy and Slippy, I don't mind. Slippy looks a little glossy, but I don't mind. Fox looks just a little odd, but Falco's way off. There's something about his face that's just not working. But yeah, I don't think I can watch this. Not Nintendo. You gotta see his legs. They're so goofy. Who's Falco's legs? Where can I see them? I don't think I can play it. Not being Nintendo property. Maybe in here? Oh, here we go. Oh! Oh my. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that lore accurate, though? Because if I recall correctly, like, Fox had to have his legs chopped off at the knee as well, right? I'm almost positive. am I on the crack pipe? I thought for sure that was part of the lore. They all do in the air wing. I fucking thought so, right? Right? Oh, I gotta look that up. I'm almost positive. That is, like, actually lore accurate, like, skinny robo chicken looking legs. I'm like actually 90% sure. Yes. I was right. They have to amputate their legs and replace them with cybernetics so the blood doesn't rush to their head when pulling intense G-forces. See? Miyamoto debunked that. Miyamoto's the fucking guy who said it. What are you talking about? Or was he not? Let's see. Oh, there's actually a recent article. Miyamoto knows about Star Fox infamous amputation. Oh, it's a theory. It was never confirmed. Infamous amputation theory, according to ex-Nintendo PR lead, and his reaction was somewhere between wait what and are you nuts? Well, what do you know? It was back in 2010 where this started. I thought it was like confirmed lore accurate. No, it's only ever been a fan theory. Fuck me. It made so much sense. It had so much depth. Fan theories can be better sometimes. True. Did you talk about Bungie? What happened with Bungie? It was a $725 million loss. Oh no! Sony, no! What have you done, Bungie? Oh, yeah, $765 million loss, according to Forbes. Holy. Sony backs Marathon even after $765 million in Bungie impairment losses. Oh! Sony, looking ahead, says it believes those impairment losses for Bungie will be absent, or at the least way less than the 120 billion yen, $565 million, from this year. It remains rather wild that Sony ever thought Bungie was worth $3.6 billion, which was eyebrow-raising at the time, and from an outside perspective, it still seems that it's probably worth less than Sony is saying, especially given recent events. Despite this, Sony has at least publicly backed Bungie's continued work on Marathon, saying, player reception of Marathon is strong, receiving Metacritic score 82 and more than 90% of player reviews on Steam. More than 90% of the player reviews on Steam being positive. Engagement metrics such as retention also remain at high level going forward. We aim to improve the performance of the game by working to retain highly engaged core users through the introduction of additional content, further improvements in the gameplay experience, and expansion of the user base. How about Destiny 2? How you guys feeling about Destiny 2? Oh, there it is, even mentioned here. PC, its main platform, is about to dip below Destiny 2's nightly numbers, an 11-year-old game. Holy. I didn't know it was that far down. Holy. Destiny 2 simply wasn't mentioned at all, which is disconcerting for what was Bungie's flagship franchise and now a game that has no clear roadmap for the future. Fans are hoping Destiny 3 may soon be announced, but there are no indicators that that's going to be the case, and that would likely have to come with a near total shutdown on work of Destiny 2 for years to come. Yeah, Bungie's in a rough spot, man. Rough spot. The Sony Bungie acquisition was always a fuck you Microsoft purchase. That's fair. I still remember, man. When this purchase went through, everyone was like, finally! This is gonna be so good for Destiny 2, this is gonna be great! And then look what happened. I will always maintain Destiny 2 had some of the highest highs in shooting games. The potential was limitless. But fuck me, they couldn't steer that ship. If only Bungie had experience making great story-driven first-person shooters. God, yeah, if only. You're right. Yeah, I tried Marathon. I didn't think, and I've said this, I don't think Marathon's bad, I just don't like extraction shooters. It is just a genre I do not like. I had more fun in Marathon than I have in other extraction games, but I just don't like the genre. That is a complete miss for me. I get why people like extraction games, I just personally don't. So I don't get super into them. The only extraction game I've ever liked is Dark and Darker. But that's not an extraction shooter, so that one felt very different. Marathon should have been a story game with multiplayer on the side. World always seemed so cool. Isn't it crazy how we've completely lost that? Back in the Xbox 360 era, basically every game was a story-driven game that had a tacked-on multiplayer, and sometimes that's where you got the best multiplayers. Like Gears of War. From what I recall, Cliff Bleszinski stated that the Gears of War multiplayer was like literally an afterthought. And it ended up being like one of the best multiplayers I've ever played. Last of Us had an amazing multiplayer. Max Payne 3 had amazing multiplayer too, by the way. They're just too busy chasing this fucking live service white whale. They don't put any stock into just delivering a good story game. Single player. They're like afraid of single player now. Oh, BioShock 2's multiplayer was a sleeper hit. I used to make montages for BioShock 2. Oh, that was such a fun multiplayer. I fucking streamed that like 2 years ago here, by the way. Still fun. Isn't this just Sony overpaying for Bungie and now having to realize it? The impairment losses? Yeah, that's literally what it is by its definition, yeah. Have you seen the spec recommendations for Lego Batman? Are they pretty lofty? It's insane. Really, for Lego Batman, minimum requirements, 64-bit processor, operating system Windows 11, Intel Core i5 10600K, AMD Ryzen 5 1600, 16 RAM, NVIDIA GTX 960, 4GB AMD Radeon 6400, 50 gigs available space. What do you know? What do you know? For Lego Batman. Wow. And I think this is for 30 FPS. Yeah, it is for 30. So this is for 30 FPS. Holy shit. It also says FrameGen is needed. Yeah, here. Pull it up. That's pretty brutal, man. That's every fucking game on the planet now. I guess every company gave up on optimization. Legitimately, every company just said, fuck that. Over the last decade, optimization has died. They don't even try. This game's map is bigger than all of Arkham games? Really? I didn't know it was so huge. Do Digimon cards hold any value? I don't know. I'm not in the Digimon TCG space. You still have the Digimon binder you stole? Yep. I do still have it. I don't think they're worth anything, though. See if there's any old ones up. There is a $1 million listing on eBay for the Digimon Digibattle First Edition Series Gold Stamp Uncut Sheet. I have a hunch that will never sell. Man, some of these eBay sellers are actually fucking... They're on like a different planet. For $408,000, a Metal Greymon PSA 10. It's the PlayStation promo. It says that it's Pop 2. Don't know if that's true or not. But I feel like I have this card in that binder. You know, let me just go get that binder, actually, while I'm looking at Digimon cards. It's just right over here. 1 second. Alright. Here it is. I stole this in the 4th grade. Well, I didn't steal the binder. I stole the cards in the binder in 4th grade. And I thought I was going to hell for it for the longest time. His name was Bryce. God rest his soul. Let's see if I have that 408,000 metal Greymon. But look, here's the original shit. There's a Greymon. Not foil, though. Maybe I just have a bunch of garbage, actually. Looking at it now, maybe I was just trash. Maybe I stole trash from him. This is all garbage. Holy shit. Wait, here, this might be something. This might be something. No, this is nothing. That's a power-up. A power option card. That's the only, like, foil outside. Oh, wait! We got a Babamon. Foil Babamon. Hold on, we might have something big here. Well, you can't see that at all, can you? We got any Babamon fans? Let's see. Should I get this shit graded? Am I sitting on $1 million? A foil Babamon from the 2001 first set here, gold stamp. Babamon. Okay, Babamon. ST1, yep. Is that mine? Yep. ST115, which tells me that's a starter deck card. Actual trash. This whole binder is nothing but actual trash. There's no way a starter deck card is going to be worth anything. But, you know what? I can't find any data on anyone grading this. So this will be legitimately a Pop 1 card. Actually. This will genuinely be the only one. I'm gonna set that aside. Shit's going right to Beckett. Oh, wait, we got another foil. This one is a, Oh, wait, I'm just now noticing I have multiple cards. It's making me cough. There must be a bunch of dust flying up from this. I just noticed I jammed a bunch of cards in the same pockets. I wonder if I've missed anything. What? Oh my god! I don't know what's making me cough so much. Holy! And it looks like there's only a few places where I put a few in the same pocket. We got the, Skullmeramon. Skullmeramon? Is this a big hit? This is another starter deck card. Good lord. Good lord. Not a single one of these has ever been graded, though. Pop one. Pop one on my hands. Pop one. You know, looking through this, I'm starting to think maybe I didn't have that metal Greymon. I really thought I did. I'm losing hope. I'm thinking I didn't. I do have a Garudamon, though. Non-foil. And I got Greymon out the ass. Oh, Gatomon! Oh, not foil. I thought it was foil. Oh, I got excited. That probably would have been something. Oh, you know what I do have, though? I have, the Digimon movie cards. Oh, or at least I think this is from the movie. Yeah, it even has, MO on it, so this is definitely a movie card. Terriermon! There is... Wow! What is going on? There is a Terriermon for $200, but it's not that one. Oh, I got a Platinum Sukamon! Oh, this isn't from the first set, though. That's unlucky. Yeah, it's unlucky. Platinum Sukamon probably would have been a big one. Probably nothing. Graded anyway. Pop one. Pop one. Naturally, it's a PSA 10. It's been festering in this dust-ridden binder for 20 years. It's only been getting stronger. Metal Greymon! I did have one! I knew it! I knew it! Is this the $400,000 one, you think? What are the odds, huh? This is... Well, actually, this is from the first set, I think. Maybe there's a chance it's a little something. Maybe there's a chance. Wow, this sold for $1,200, this version. I'm in the right set, but the wrong rarity. Unlucky, man. No. The one I have isn't 1,200. Sorry. I was just looking at another Metal Greymon, a PSA 9 of the $400,000 one. The one I have, I don't even see listed. Don't nobody want this fucking thing? That's such a shame. I'm right there. I'm on the cusp. I'm tickling it. No, I think we're cooked. That's probably my only Metal Greymon. I was a trash collector back in the day. Holy, it's all garbage. Actually, all garbage. Genuinely. Nothing but poop as far as the eye can see. Maybe this is something. Metal Garurumon. That might be something. It's a foil. Maybe this is something. This is not from the first set, though. This is the second set. Ah, it's a starter deck card. Fuck! Well, what a load of trash. But I got just about every single common card from the first set. The first booster and the starter decks. You hate to see it, man. You really do. I've also got a ton of these absolutely worthless cards that they used to print all the time back in the day for Pokemon and Digimon. Where it's these things. These god-awful, ugly things like the Topps cards. I have 1,000 of these awful things. I doubt these are worth anything. Those look awesome. Don't try and make me feel better. This shit looks like trash. Here's a cool Gabumon, though. Yeah, this is the 2000 upper deck line. Let's see, I'm curious. Non-foil, $10. Prism foil, $5. Somehow it's even cheaper. Wait a minute! There's some stupid asshole on eBay that's doing my strategy I was just kidding about unironically. He's fucking shameless loser. Look at this. This guy's doing exactly what I was saying. Pop 1! Gabumon Silver Prism exclusive! And it's Pop 1 because literally no one bothers to do this. Actually, no one bothers to send this trash in. It's working for him. He's got over 8K sales. Not from this, though. I highly doubt it's from this. Also, it's clearly not even Pop 1, by the way. Here's another one. Oh, this is CGC. So it's Pop 1 for PSA. You know what? Genuinely, I might just do that. Well, actually, no. Then I'm just going to spend a ton of money on this awful, stupid idea for no reason. Because it's all a scam. You pay like hundreds of dollars to get your cards graded. But maybe I'll send in this entire binder of Digimon and just collect Pop 1s of common shit like Fridgemon. This snowman Digimon. You send those to PSA and they send you a video of them using it as toilet paper. Yeah, probably. I really thought I had a foil Metal Greymon. Like, I distinctly remember it. But I'm just having a false memory, I think. Maybe whatever poison was abundant in this binder that's causing me to cough so much is affecting my memory. Damn, I really, really thought I did. What do you mean you had? Bryce had? Well, not everything in this binder I stole from Bryce. I just stole some cards I liked, and I guess I liked trash. It's not all Bryce's. Man, did I just not like shiny things? Because I still have a lot of my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards I found not long ago. All commons. Basically all commons. Unless I got robbed at some point in my life. Maybe I just hated shiny shit. Should have predicted the gross TCG market we have now. I know, I wish I did. I should have seen it coming. More so than most kids. Because I remember going on toywiz.com. Still exists, by the way. And I used to beg my parents to buy me singles. And when they would inevitably say no, I would print them off on the printer and make a little card out of them. I should have known where things were going. What do you think about Jaylen Brown reacting to his Game 7 performance? Apparently it's a hot take, but I love that shit. I think it's great. I don't necessarily agree that there was an agenda against him or anything, but I do love that. Who else is saying it, though? Legend. Oh, about flopping? Yeah, I saw his clip on stream about flopping ruining the game. I completely agree. But, and I've talked about this a lot, but I will say, Jalen, he has also flopped a time or two. So right message, maybe not the right messenger. Why blame flopping when they had the 3-1 lead? Oh, that's not the reason they lost the series. I disagree with that entirely. The sentiment, though, of flopping ruining the game, I agree with, though. Broad strokes. The constant foul baiting, miserable. You think the Lakers will still make it? Brother, I like I said, I thought they were going to get swept by the Rockets. I am shocked they won the series. I don't think they go any further. I think it's genuinely impossible for them to go any further, but it is crazy they won the series. And playing out of their minds for what they have. No, for sure. Like, they earned it. They played well. There's a reason they won the series. I'm just beyond shocked, and I know there's no way they can keep going. It's just not going to happen. Why was it shocking? They have a good team and good coach. The Rockets are not amazing, especially without KD. It wasn't surprising at all. I disagree, though. I think the Rockets, even without KD, are fine. At least better than the Lakers without Reeves or Luka. So I thought it was very surprising. Though Luka did come back, so... Reeves did come back, so... that helped, but... even still, they were already up. I thought they were getting swept before he ever even had a chance to come back. I know Lakers winning is tragic. Oh, don't get it twisted. I actually would love to see them somehow make the miracle run. That would be the most unlikely of circumstances. Geriatric LeBron leading the Lakers to a fucking championship would be crazy. No Luka. Reeves is back, so I guess maybe it's like somewhat almost conceivable. I just don't think it's possible. Clearly forgetting Bronny, bro. He's the future. I feel so bad for him, man. Well, it's hard to feel bad for him. He got an incredible contract and gets to go to the NBA, even though he wasn't NBA ready. But he gets clowned on like I have never seen before. He's in this limbo where he's a little better than most of the players in the G League, but he's not good enough to be on the same caliber as NBA players, so he's in this like really tough limbo. And he just gets fucking torched for it. Being Bronny would suck. How do you even live up to that? Let's not get carried away. It wouldn't suck to be Bronny. Brother, what do you mean? He gets to play in the NBA. He gets millions of dollars. It would not suck to be Bronny. Yeah, you get made fun of. Oh, well. Look at how successful you still are. It wouldn't suck to be Bronny. I'm just saying, he does get torched in a big fucking way. He shot a three-pointer last game, didn't go in, but he tried it. Hey, man, we had the father-son oop. He's had a couple moments. When he's in the G League, he does well. That's what I'm saying, man. He's kind of like McLung in that regard, where G League superstars, well, more so McLung than Bronny, but even still, he overperforms in the G League, but just can't perform in the NBA when he gets his minutes. Same thing happened with McLung. But I think McLung still has like an actual shot at being a contributor in the NBA. I haven't quite seen it from Bronny yet. McLung deserves to be in the NBA. His stats are really good. They gave him a shot. He did get pulled up to the NBA, and I thought he did fine. I thought overall McLung's performance when he did get some minutes in the league was solid. Yes, it wasn't like earth-shattering or anything, but I thought it was very solid, and you can definitely build off that, but then just gets fucking relegated back to the G League. I genuinely think he has the ability to do it. Like, I think he could. Need to play defense in the NBA, unfortunately not all about stats. Well, bah humbug. I mean, yeah. You think Jokic is overrated? You insane? No, I don't think that, man. I know things got a little stinky, but I don't think he's overrated. Who's your GOAT? Allen Iverson. AI. I wish there were more talents like Allen Iverson in the modern ball game. Well, you just don't see that shit anymore. That is a dead breed. He was different, man. He was different. First time in a long time I've heard someone say they love AI. How? Allen Iverson is still like one of the most beloved players in the game. I feel like that's not like a rare perspective. Allen Iverson still has a massive following of enthusiasts. Oh, he was making a pun. Oh, I got too deep into the basketball talk. Whatever. My bad, man. You like LaMelo? I don't dislike LaMelo. I don't watch a ton of his performances, though. I've only got to tune into a few of his more recent games. So I don't have like the strongest perspective on him, but I definitely don't dislike him. You see the clip of him hitting a 3-point instead of a layup? Yeah, and for some reason, I saw people like ate him alive for it. I thought he made the right call. I'm assuming it'll just come up with this because it was pretty recent.
7.5 to play in the second quarter. Here's a steal for LaMelo. It's a foot race. LaMelo ball. No, he didn't. Passed up the 2.
Like, I think that's legitimately the right call. He's being chased down by a defender. There's a chance that layup gets fucking swatted. Just take the open 3. He's a good shooter. Like, I think that's 1000% the right call there. And for some reason, people were like, that's what's wrong with the game. All 3-pointers. It's like, okay, I can understand that, because I do agree to a certain extent. That's a bad example of it, because that was the right play. You remember LaMelo's 92-point game? Oh, the high school game where they were triple teaming him and he was still dropping fucking buckets? Yeah, I remember when that blew up online. He was gonna get his shit swatted if he went up for the layup. That's what I'm saying, man. 1000%, that's what I'm saying. I'm an OKC fan, you still fuck with me? Brother, I don't care if you like the Thunder. That's fine, man. I'm just not a SGA advocate. He's way too talented to foul bait as much as he does. Egregious. It's awful. It's such a highlight watcher take. No, man. It's not. I understand the stats. He doesn't go to the line as much as someone like... Even Luka. Luka sometimes goes to the line more often. But the way SGA foul baits on literally everything is fucking terrible. I hate it. I hate it. That sounds like a stat watcher take. Actually watching his games are just not fun. I watch every single OKC game. You've watched none, I bet. So you're a huge Thunders fan. A huge Thunder fan. So you have a clear bias blind spot for it, man. But you're right. I don't actively try and watch Thunder games. I have to watch them when they play teams I actually want to watch. So I'm forced to watch SGA. I also watch every Lakers game, and Luka is worse. It's just agreeing to disagree. As I just said, like, even if you look at the stats, Luka does go to the line more. Like, you are correct. But you can also just say, that's bad too, right? You're deflecting that to a whataboutism, but you can just say both are not fun. Like, I still like Luka, but I do agree. Especially in recent times, he's been much more of a flopper, and it's a shame. I wish he wasn't making that part of his bag as much. It's becoming just way too commonplace for all these extremely talented players to foul bait at all times. It's just more beneficial to foul bait happen to soccer too. I know. It's not a mystery why they do it. The league needs to change it. The players aren't. That's a league thing that needs to change. How does it even get changed though? Like you would need proof it's not a foul? There's been a couple of good ideas that have floated around over the last couple of years. There's definitely ways to do it. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see it happening, but it's not like it's an unsolvable problem. It's a penalty in hockey to embellish. Brother, I love hockey. I think hockey does fucking everything right. It is such a good sport to watch. Yeah, that's why no one watches hockey. That's a crime. It's a damn shame. Especially going to hockey games. Like, I went to the Stadium Series game for the Lightning recently. The only bad thing was how fucking cold it was. But that was an incredible game. Every Lightning game I've gone to has been amazing. And then tonight it all went to shit, unfortunately, but it happens. Why, how cold is it at hockey games? The Stadium Series was outside. They did it at Raymond James. And it was extremely cold. It was like low 30s, which is like fucking freezing temperatures in Tampa. That one was outside. That's why it was so cold. The actual hockey arenas are a really good temperature. Just the perfect amount of chilly. Well, I guess I can only say for Amalie Arena. Who's the shortest NBA player? Currently or all-time? All-time would have to be Muggsy, right? Spud Webb? No, Muggsy's shorter than Spud, I'm pretty sure. Muggsy was 5'3". I think Spud Webb was taller. Yep, Muggsy was 5'3". Spud Webb was 5'7". Spud Webb was my height. You have a chance. I've always said that, man. I've still definitely got a chance to make it in the league. I'm just waiting for my contract. Nate Robinson was short too, and he won the dunk contest 3 times. Nate Robinson, I'm pretty sure, is 5'10", though he's still taller than me. Actually, Nate Robinson might even... No, maybe he is a little short. Let me see. How tall is Nate Robinson? 5'9". A little bit taller than me. Yuki plays while also being 5'7". True! Yuki's great. Here, hold on. I always root for him.
He saw Brandon Ingram look at the screen. Said, I'm going to pull the trigger before your eyes get back to me.
Nice poke away from behind. 3-on-2. Behind the back. Buzelis with the lefty lay off the beautiful feed from...
He's got you by an inch. Yeah, it's fine, though. I want Yuki to be good so bad. I think Yuki's good. I don't think he's going to actually have, like, a strong career or anything in the league. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll find a nice position as a role player. Maybe he'll come into his own. But I don't think it'll ever be over, like, just simple role player. You think you could last a full game? Oh, easily, bro. I actively play pickup. And we go longer than normal NBA games. We go for hours. I ain't worried about that. Brother, you vomited during the presidential fitness test. That was after a big meal, and that was before we started getting back into playing basketball actively. That doesn't count. That should be good. Alright. Ooh, the ankles are feeling good. There we go. Rejuvenated. Gotta give the old ankle some time to cool down. Wow. Ow. 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 I ended up going outside and puking into the storm drain. That Roblox death stuff is weird. Is that I saw a headline on it. It was about epilepsy, right? One of the Roblox stuff, and then they started like memeing the person that passed away. Here, this is the first thing that comes up when I Google it. Roblox game killed somebody with epilepsy attack. Doomed by Fate is a Roblox asymmetrical horror game, Dead by Daylight style. April 3rd or 4th. They dropped a big update called 1X that added a new killer. 1X, 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 X. So fucking cringe. It's so unbelievably cringe. With heavy strobe flashing light effects, green, black, white flashes. Player named Kit, who had photosensitive epilepsy, reportedly played the update, suffered severe seizure from the flashing lights, hospitalized, and died during emergency surgery less than 2 hours later. It didn't have a proper epilepsy warning, even though the community had complained about flashing lights in earlier showcase videos. Dev allegedly added a basic flash toggle after the incident, but it didn't fully fix the strobing. The devs and staff responses in Discord and elsewhere have been widely criticized as dismissive, victim-blaming, or straight-up insensitive. Examples from reports and leaks include calling Kit a random and downplaying it because player count was low, suggesting people with epilepsy just shouldn't play video games, demanding proof of the epilepsy, hospitalization, death, locking channels and trying to shut down discussion. All still developing, no official statement from Kit's family, but the outrage is real and spreading fast. I'm assuming this is one of the staff. Don't worry, son, she's with tongue now. What a loser. What just a genuine loser. This is no doubt like a 14-year-old as well. That's just gonna grow up to just be a completely worthless degenerate. It's fake, apparently. What is the story or this? You completely see this happening? Definitely can, and it has happened in the past. I don't know if this is true or not. This is my first time actually reading about it outside of the headline. I have no clue. Let's see. Let's see if there's any further information on it. I only see like a couple of publications that have posted about it, but they're not like real main ones. These are just like Roblox publications. So I'd take it with a grain of salt in the meantime. This doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of meat behind it. Could be real, could not be real. But as of now, there's only 3 that come up from like Roblox fan forums and whatever this site is. Punk Web? No, it's not Punk. Panuka Web, whatever the hell that is. The kid dying part is unconfirmed. Don't know if there's any evidence. Gotcha. We'll see. There's nothing on it outside of just these posts, which don't seem to have any real evidence. Creekcraft already confirmed it's made up. I'm assuming it's the video called This Is Serious. Creekcraft interviewed the kid. Which one? The one that supposedly died? Looks like Kit was not a real person. The mod team thought someone actually died. But the mod team thought someone actually died. So the story was fake, the mods didn't know it, and they still responded like that? Or is this also fake? But yeah, I see it on Creekcrafts. Seems like they interviewed the person. The mods believed it was real, responded like this, but it turns out that no one actually died. Seems to be the scope of it. So if someone actually did die, this is how they respond to it, huh? Gotcha. Wasn't a mod or a dev, he wasn't on the team. This guy? Isn't this just one of multiple examples, apparently? I guess this is just the big one people are going to. This was just a guy that ran their... This was just a staff member that ran their Trello page. The fuck is a Trello page? It's for showing roadmaps and shit. Gotcha. This person ran their Trello page? Or is this just a random guy? This is the guy that ran it, yeah. Gotcha. Pretty cool. What a wacky set of things. But it looks like Creekcraft got to the bottom of it. You saw DLive finally shut down? No! DLive is gone? No! It was doing so well. Why did DLive shut down? Twitch, YouTube, and Kick rival collapses after 8 years, leaving creator... Who's confused? Who was left confused with DLive shutting down? Really, I have to sign up to start reading this? It's just some kind of fucking joke, man. I'm on the website now. Are we sure it's shut down? Let's see. Maybe it's like in the process of being shut down. Because you're right, yeah, the website is still up. Wow, they're doing extremely well. They have 4,000 total viewers across all categories, it looks like. Holy shit. They're popping. They released a statement on Twitter. Thank you for your continued support of DLive. Regret to inform you the platform will be ceasing operations. The top-up function, including subscriptions, has been discontinued effective immediately. What happened to their lemons? Their big thing was like those lemons, and then they transitioned into crypto. We kindly ask that you complete the following actions by April. Withdraw any remaining coins, cancel active subscriptions, download any content stored. We'll continue to share updates regarding the platform's wind-down timeline to ensure you remain informed throughout the transition. All DLive staff would like to once again thank you for your support. Thanks for incredible memory streams and unwavering support. Remember this for life. Aww. I remember when DLive was born, and PewDiePie exclusively signed to DLive, did 3 streams, and never touched it again. Then they did like a crypto pivot. I think at some point they abandoned the crypto pivot, probably when everyone else did after the NFT collapse. I actually had no idea it was still going. I wish it did better, man. More competition in the streaming space is always great, but DLive could just never quite get it together. I like how YouTube wasn't even mentioned as a rival. Yeah. It's just not what you think of when you think of YouTube. YouTube doesn't even think of streaming when it thinks of YouTube. Even TikTok is doing well in the streaming market. Is TikTok Live doing well? That was also a joke for a little while. Is it actually popping now? Yeah, pretty much everyone's saying it is. Mostly people farming for gifts doing goofy shit. Yeah, it sounds about right. Last time I went on, saw a guy pretending to gobble glizzies for 10 minutes straight. Every exposure I've ever had to TikTok streams are just people trying to gamify GIFs, like the NPC streams and stuff like that. It just seems miserable to watch those. YouTube streams, dude pretending to put fingers in a spiked toy alligator mouth. It's annoying as fuck. What? I see that shit all the time. What? No, I don't know anything about that. I don't watch shorts live streams. I don't watch shorts. I've just never been a shorts guy. So I wouldn't see that kind of shit. There's another one on YouTube Shorts asking for money, then I'll call 911. Oh, is it one of those where it's like, yeah, I'm about to do it, like the teasing ones? I know those are popular on TikTok. Pre-recorded and strategically loop them. Well, I know about pre-recorded streams on TikTok. I know. Like I said, I don't watch streams on there. Last I heard, it was just kind of a cesspool, not doing well, but apparently people are saying it's popping, so I guess people like that. Whatever. The team that made First Berserker Kazan got canned. It's really, really sad. This game was amazing. This was one of my favorites of last year. It was so good. It was so good, and now the whole team just got blasted. Moist Game Studio win. That's not going to happen, but it's times like these that I wish I had enough money to do that, because this team was so talented. The biggest problem with First Berserker was just like kind of generic art direction and like reused enemies. That's like the only negative. I really wish someone would pick up this team and let them keep making games. They were so talented. So I don't get it. What were their expectations then? AAA sales. This game, I think, probably sold like 1 million copies, maybe, but AAA needs like 3 million minimum because of how bloated everything is. It's such a shame. Oh, the first game in the series, First Berserker Kazan, it could have been such a good series. It could have been such a good dungeon fighter spin-off. Would you ever want to do something like Donkey does with Big Mode or Ludwig with off-brand games? Not really. That's being a publisher. Like, I think it's cool that they do that. It's not something that I'd be super interested in. I'd be more interested in actually, like, having the studios, like, being able to, like, pay the developers and stuff as opposed to just, like, a publishing deal. That way they can keep making bangers, but that's way too expensive. I'm nowhere near able to do that. That's one of those if I had $1 billion type things. Haven't a lot of game devs been losing their jobs this and last year? Yep. And it's only getting worse. That's the state of the AAA gaming industry. Make a good game, get fired. Make a bad game, get fired. Make a successful game, get fired. You just can't hold a job in the space no matter what. Where's the motivation to make a game then? I don't know. That's what we were talking about when we were going over the last round of layoffs. I think it was after Battlefield devs got laid off. Even though they made a massive success. Did you see Halo CE Remake is going to be early access despite not even having a multiplayer? It's just always bad news for Halo. It's crazy. It's just, there's genuinely only bad news from Halo. Heard about the $340,000 crowdfunded game that's missing half of their funds because the platform accidentally gave the money to the wrong people. No, what was that? What game? Japanese game studio raised $340K in crowdfunding for upcoming visual novel, only received half, and the platform's explanation for the missing funds, almost unbelievable. Ran last year on Ubigo, the Japanese crowdfunding platform. Fans poured 55 million yen, more than 10 times the original goal. They laid out what happened after it missed its September 1st, 2025 payment deadline. They followed up and said they had mistakenly wired to a different client and that an immediate payout was therefore impossible. Wow. He then got Ubigo to sign a memorandum guaranteeing full repayment by the 16th, but only $6 million arrived on that date. Okada blamed the shortfall on the erroneous transfer not yet being returned. When they asked for proof of the transaction, repeatedly refused to produce it. Kasagi suspected the claim was fabricated entirely since a genuine mistaken transfer could simply be reversed through the bank. Then it got worse. Ubigo's own terms place full responsibility for backer rewards on the project owner, regardless of whether the platform has actually paid out. Ishii said he never saw that coming. I suppose I was acting on the assumption that people are inherently good. Wow. Apparently the backer rewards remain on track. He said he was determined to recover every yen, calling the missing funds precious money entrusted to us by our customers. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. How can this platform possibly exist past this? It needs to be shut down, right? Like, how could anyone ever put money into this platform again? They just didn't pay them the money, said, whoops-a-daisy, it went to the wrong account. And also, we're not providing proof of that. Nor are we reversing it through our bank. Just take our word for it, it went to the wrong account. Nothing we can do now. Sorry! Can't believe that happened. What a shame, right? The game is the sequel to 428 Shibuya Scramble, which is an iconic Sega visual novel that uses live-action photos for the game. Oof. The game even features Nasubi, too. Really? Like the original or the upcoming one? I assume you mean the original. Yeah, the data center that everyone's talking about is the Kevin O'Leary one. 40,000 acres here. It will generate as much heat as, I think it was 23 atomic bombs detonating daily. The community did everything they could to voice how much they don't want it, but then they decided, fuck that, we're doing it anyway. So the fossils in power over there were like, yeah, it's alright. We'll unanimously vote it through. 40,000 acres, by the way, is whatever you're picturing, triple it. I feel like most people here can't even fathom what 40,000 acres actually looks like. It is an unbelievable scale.
Concern and outrage in Utah.
For hell's sake, grow up.
There it is, yeah. For hell's sake, grow up. What an interesting expression there, brother. Usually it's for heaven's sake, but this must be one of hell's finest warriors.
Grow up.
Where hundreds of protesters this week flooded this meeting of Box Elder County Commissioners.
Can you be quiet and let our citizens hear what needs to be said, please?
As they voted to move forward with a controversial data center proposal backed by celebrity Canadian businessman Kevin O'Leary.
Fucking worm, man. He's such a worm. Oh my god, and the way he keeps defending it too. Ugh, it's so delusional. He's like, oh, no one's actually against it. They're just being bussed in. They're misled.
Hello, Sharks. Known as Mr. Wonderful on the hit show Shark Tank.
You should do this deal. You have no risk. Just say yes.
O'Leary firing
nice leather jacket.
Protesting criticism in this video posted on social media after the vote.
I'm pretty aware of what these concerns are. They are around air, water use, heat. Sustainability is at the heart of what we do in terms of all these proposals. We're not just Utah.
The Stratus Project is a plan to build a 40,000 acre...
Kevin's Canadian, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Isn't this guy Canadian? Yeah, he's Canadian. Because I was listening to some of the other things he was saying about, like, oh, this is exactly what we need in the country, that kind of stuff. Love that. Love that. Thanks, Kevin.
Development
one of us.
Utah's Great Salt Lake, boosted by government tax incentives, and according to a county fact sheet, is eventually expected to generate and consume up to 9 gigawatts of power once completed. A number MIDA, the state entity backing the project, says is more than double Utah's average energy consumption.
Perfect.
Data centers of the old have a bad reputation. They gobble up a lot of water, they use up your power, and then when they're all built, they don't employ many people.
That's very true. I was actually just reading something about one of the larger data centers in the country. I believe it's a Meta data center. It had temp jobs, obviously, for the construction, which they always tout like, oh, it's so many new jobs to the local economy, so many new jobs for the community. It's great, that kind of thing. And then they checked in on that Meta data, I'm pretty sure it was Meta, data center like a year later. I think they had 150 actual employees for a massive data center. And then some of the other ones that are on the smaller side had 25. So they don't actually employ a significant working force. It's a complete scam. It is completely a scam.
This is not that. Power usage is completely self-contained.
The project's potential environmental impact sparking much of the outrage.
And we're losing land, we're losing water, and we're losing air quality.
This has the footprint in the valley of 2,000 Walmart supercenters. That's the physical footprint. If you want the energy footprint, it's 40,000 Walmart supercenters in this one small valley.
As plans for other large data centers proposed across the country have led to heated debate.
Remove this person that's heckling.
O'Leary now casting doubt on the pushback in Utah.
We think over 90% of the protesters are actually not people that live in Utah or Box Elder County. They're being bussed in.
By who? Who would bust them in? We have to fight this data center. Who? All of the rich people that would even be able to afford to do that are all gung-ho on these data centers, Kevin. It is solely for fucking goober demons like you to profit off of. So who the fuck would even be bussing them in? All of them are constantly lobbying for data centers. All of the rich people that would be able to afford 90% of these protesters being bussed across the country. So they wouldn't do that. It's all a scam. And it's painfully clear that the politicians don't actually care about, like, the people here. Outright denying them, then they leave after getting overwhelmingly booed for it so they can go unanimously pass it in private. It's such a sham. No one here in Utah wants it. The actual communities these data centers are built in do not want these things. They make it clear. Like, it's not like people are quiet about it. When data centers move in, they are constantly pushing back and fighting. But since all of these politicians are in the pockets of the people that are building it, they just force it through anyway. And then there are checkups, like there's been enough that have been around long enough that you do have data, so you can see the impact that it's had on some of the local communities where they've been there for a little while. It is significantly higher prices on energy, water, also reduced quality of water in certain ones that I've seen. Like, it is bad. It is genuinely horrible for the people there, and it gives them no benefit. Because again, they run so lean, they don't actually hire a lot of workers. One of the biggest ones in the country, again, I'm pretty sure it was Meta, only employs, I think, 150 full-time employees. Everything else was temp jobs. So you get nothing. You get actually nothing for this. It moves into your community, jacks up your prices, and fucks you in the face. Clean water is overrated. True! Give me the AI runoff sludge. That way I can drink it happily knowing that it was used to generate a picture of me in a bikini on Twitter. What are data centers used for? Genuinely everything around AI. Like, computing, everything. Like, it is a giant hub for all of it. So that way they can use the infrastructure so that they also sell that to, like, the military and things like that. That way they can utilize it. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not exclusively AI. Like, I know a lot of, like, cloud computation and stuff and storage, I know. But that's the bulk of it. The reason why we're experiencing the boom is AI. Data centers aren't, like, brand new. But the reason they're exploding like this is solely because of AI. We'll talk about the hantavirus in a little bit, but no, it's not. From everything I've read, I don't think there's a chance for it to be a pandemic or anything like that. It doesn't seem like it's conducive to that kind of spread. Very scary virus, though, in general. It's a scary thing. What's crazy is, genuinely, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, I was ranting and raving about how much I hate the idea of cruises. Oh, you know what? It was the Northern Lion Super Cruise. I was going on about how much I hate the idea of cruises. And look at how vindicated I am. I'm telling you, man. Cruises are fucking gross. That's just your irrational fear. It's not. I actually don't have a fear of cruises. I just hate the idea of it. It's just trash. It is genuinely being stranded on a floating prison. I hate the idea of it. And if there's anyone that gets sick, fucking everyone's getting sick. Poop cruise, norovirus, hantavirus, undiscovered viruses, plague. He hates whimsy. If it involves whimsy, he's out. Whimsy is not... That is the worst word to use to describe a cruise. What the fuck is whimsical about just endless gambling and buffets? And motion sickness. That's not whimsical. Speaking of cruises, ship with the contaminated people with viruses coming to port tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Isn't a cruise ship like the best place for an outbreak to happen? Can't we just keep them there? You would think, but I guess not. I don't see why it needs to dock. Just fucking fly the materials that they need to survive in. Drop them off. I don't really see the necessity for docking. But whatever, I guess. Bill Gates wants round 2. Imagine Bill Gates was the one. Hey man, I guess it's possible. He could have been in there. What's the Disney Cruise stuff? What happened on Disney Cruise? Is that the norovirus outbreak? 'Cause I saw that one too. The Disney Cruise was them filming CSAM. What? What the fuck? How? What a week for cruises. Holy shit. Disney cruise ship staffers among 28 arrested in a massive child porn operation. Holy. Officers with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection boarded 8 cruise ships between April 23rd and April 27th, interviewed 28 workers as part of an ongoing investigation. During the interviews, they confirmed 27 of the 28 individuals had either received, sent, possessed, or transported child pornography, according to the statement. Disney Cruise Line ship was among those that were boarded and where employees were detained in connection with the investigation. In a statement, a Disney Cruise Line spokesperson said the workers were no longer with the company. We have a zero-tolerance policy for this type of behavior and fully cooperated with law enforcement. No shit. Zero tolerance for crime? How strong, Disney? While the majority of these individuals were not from our cruise line, those who were are no longer with the company. Well, hopefully they're in jail. Hopefully they will be in the slammer for the rest of their life. Officials said they included 26 members from the Philippines, 1 from Portugal, and 1 from Indonesia. It wasn't Disney's fault, bro. It wasn't a Disney-sanctioned thing. It's what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't change the fact that it's a terrible thing and they are Disney employees. I don't think anyone's blaming Mickey Mouse directly for it. Did you see that Midwest safety video? The simple traffic stop turns into citywide chaos. Okay, I'll give it a whirl.
On May 14th, 2025 in Willoughby Hills, Ohio, an officer is on routine patrol when a dark blue Subaru with expired tags passes by. But this routine stop is about to escalate far beyond a typical encounter, putting multiple lives at risk.
Are you okay, ma'am?
I'm shaking off.
Okay, were you in your car?
Yeah, I was in my car.
Go ahead. Traffic stop. Planet Fitness parking lot.
Oh, nothing good ever happens in a Planet Fitness. Uh-oh, this is about to get crazy. I already feel it. The title already told me, but now that I see it's at a Planet Fitness where the Genesis is, we're cooked. Where was this? Doesn't say. I think it said at the beginning, but I already forgot. It's in Ohio? Okay.
Wait a second, it's tempting. Howdy!
I know I'm expired.
Yes, sir, yeah.
I'm homeless with the cat in the car right now.
Oh, okay. You got your ID on you? Yeah, it's just expired by, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we're home. I'm homeless. Been homeless at that time. Yeah, I'm hoping we can shower.
Where's that?
Planet Fitness. My brother's going to send me a screenshot of his QR code. Hopefully get us in there to shower.
All right, I appreciate it. Do you have your insurance with you, Mr. Montgomery? You got your ID with you, ma'am?
No, my ID got stolen.
What's your social? What's that?
Talking to the cat.
Oh. What's your social, ma'am?
I don't know by heart, but I can get my...
This seems so polite right now. How does it go tits up?
Where I'm speaking with you, Mr. Montgomery?
No.
Okay.
I don't have no weapon. I mean, well, a pocket knife.
The cat's not going to jump out, is it?
Yeah, he will.
Can't find your social right now. We'll just go with your name and date of birth.
Stacy Montgomery.
I'll be back with you in a minute.
For 42-year-olds, that don't know the social. She's 42 years old. She's going to social. She's hiding something, or she's got warrants or something like that.
Hey, just keep an eye on them. All right, male driver's the listed owner. Still working.
That's not the most unbelievable thing in the world, not knowing your social by heart. I could definitely see that. I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't. I don't think that's that suspicious.
Dangerous.
Did you find her or no?
No.
So she got the social? You found it?
Timu baby, no money.
I'm going to try to find her.
You able to find that social?
He does kind of look like him.
There's a cat in the car. Is that going to be a problem? I don't know who she is yet, so I'm still working on it.
Why don't you keep looking for your social, see if you can find that, okay, so we can get yours?
Hello?
Mom,
hey.
I need you to send me a picture of my insurance. I'm pulled over right now.
Why'd you get pulled over? Speeding?
No.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute.
I haven't even been told.
She hasn't been able to find it?
Okay, hold on. I hope it don't hang up.
You haven't been able to find it, ma'am?
Oh, not yet. Sorry.
Does your phone work when it's not connected to the car?
What do you mean?
Like, if I ask you guys to step out, will it work while she's outside the car?
What do you mean asking me to step out? What did I even get pulled over for?
For the expired license plates, which you said you were aware of?
Yeah, and I'm gotta get that fixed. I understand that.
Yeah, no problem. I can't find her information, so that's why I was going to ask you guys to step out of the vehicle.
You see how our car looks? Like,
yeah, I see.
Come and go.
The car looks to be in good shape. What do you mean? What's wrong with the car? A little bit of bird shit smudged here, but that's nothing. That'll buff out. What do you mean, man? The car's fine. Why are you saying it like that?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Because of the tag?
What's that?
Because of the tag?
Am I illegally allowed to ask you to step out?
Me? No. Her. I know you can tell me to step out.
Yeah, I can tell both people.
Yeah, but you're asking me.
Or I can kind of fishy. Location. Right now, I'm asking, right. In a nice professional.
I'm kind of feeling like all these cops are here for what? Like, what is going on right now?
Well, I have a backup officer, and
there's 7 cops here.
There's not 7 cops. There's 3 cops and a ride-along who's a college student. So 3 cops, not 7.
Yeah, but I don't even know what I did.
Okay, you're not wearing your seatbelt, so I'm allowed to identify you.
Fuck places. What the hell is a Terminator? Is that the spike strip? Or what did he do? He just drop a bomb under the car tire? What is that? I'm assuming that's a spike strip, right? Fuck is a Terminator? A Claymore! Yeah, man, just deployed the tactical Claymore here.
I'm allowed to identify you. It's buckled behind you. You gave me a name and a birth date, ma'am. It's not coming back to anybody.
Well, I don't know why. That's who I am.
Well, most people at the age of 41 would know their social security number.
Most people work, and I don't.
I'm asking you both to exit the vehicle. Roll the window up and exit the vehicle.
Roll the window up?
Yeah, so your cat doesn't get out, dude.
What I'm saying, why am I being asked to remove myself from my home?
It doesn't matter. It's still a motor vehicle, okay?
Yeah,
I know you're sleeping in it. I understand that you're telling me you're homeless, but it's still a motor vehicle. I can ask you to exit, which I'm doing that right now. So right now is me asking. So I'm asking you to exit the motor vehicle so I can figure out who she is. I'm going to have my partner over here run his canine around your vehicle.
Just do.
Okay? That's why I'm asking you, okay? But I need to identify who she is, okay? You're not helping your case right now.
Is that his mom?
Ask, okay? I don't want to get to the tell, and I don't want to get to the make portion, so I'm asking you. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to be cool. Get her car.
Oh, did he just dodge the Terminator? He outsmarted him.
Got flat.
Well, if that vehicle's taken off.
Bye-bye, Planet Fitness.
It's running on flats. It went over the Terminator.
We're gonna have to swing Squad 2 around. I think I heard the lunk alarm go off in the Planet Fitness. Throw him in cuffs.
It's going towards Lakeshore. Westbound on Lakeshore. Come on, get you in there. Going through the construction zone.
HQ, can you find me the biggest man in the Planet Fitness? I want to get him on the horn. We'll get him involved. Holy Jesus. Good, the officer's really going in. Right through the road work.
Alright, shotgun and Lloyd. You ready, buddy? Wycliffe, if you got anybody near Lakeland and Lloyd, they're coming up southbound on Lloyd. It's running on at least one flat. God damn it! That's a grand.
Squad 2, break off and pull that guy over. Hit him with a pit maneuver.
Going over the railroad tracks. It's losing a tire.
Uh-oh, the Terminator's taking its toll on that tire now. Oh, shit. Damn, the officer's growling at him. He's getting feral.
Can you advise Willoughby, just in case it continues east? Throwing out the windows. Throwing something out the window.
It was a banana peel. It didn't work. Try the green show.
I'm gonna have to try it right now. Continuing eastbound past real fast.
Oh, God.
He's throwing drugs out the window.
He's throwing all kinds of trinkets out there. Oh, God. Holy fuck, he threw the whole sleeping bag. Now, that was an innovative strategy. I haven't seen that deployed.
Bliss, Oak Ridge.
This is like fucking Diddy Kong Racing right now. Holy. That's a big-ass sleeping bag, too.
More stuff out the window.
Oh, God, Jesus. The Jan Sports backpack as well? This guy's dumping all his loot. No shit, right by the Chick-fil-A. Man, this must be a bumpy-ass road. There's a lot of shit jiggling around here in the cop car. Also, what the fuck was this attempt here? This has to be the laziest deployment I've ever seen of a spike strip. Hopefully he's in the right lane going super slow. What happened? Did he like yank it too far back maybe and I just missed it? Nope, he just runs up and just plops it in the right hand lane there. That one never stood a chance.
Into the Lowe's parking lot. You ready, buddy?
Oh! I smell a pit maneuver. Yep. They had a bunch of open space. Oh, fuck, he's still cruising. Oh, there goes the whole tire. I lost him. I don't know where he is. He vanished. He must have picked up some active camo.
Brian, I lost it.
Behind Lowe's.
Dark blue. It's only got 3 tires now and damaged.
Damn, he actually vanished.
Okay, he's almost up to 84. My speed is at 50.
Come on. Jesus Christ. Willoughby, get out of the way.
I have a female on the phone that finds the vehicle went northbound on Rush.
Alright, just there. Still northbound Rush.
Who's Willoughby? Is that another officer that got beef?
Isaac, let me get around you.
Rival department. Yeah. What are they blurring?
They're both currently smoking meth in the vehicle, I can see.
I thought maybe he was like gearing up to throw a big dildo out there or something. Ah, that's, huh. Wow, they're giving it one big hoorah.
Right behind him.
You ready, buddy? You gonna get that, man?
Tactical meth deployment.
We have more spikes. We can get them out.
Almost. That was a more spirited attempt, at least. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little worried that he hit somebody. Does everyone walk away from this okay? Because now he is fucking zooted off his gourd now. So now he can't even stay in the right side. The meth powered him up. Yeah, it's like the goddamn star in Mario Kart. Was he actually looking to carjack there? It didn't really seem like it.
Downtown Willoughby. Let him go. Let him slow down, Sean. Let him slow down, Sean.
Sean! Hit the brakes, bro.
Just back it off and turn your lights off so he slows down, and he's doing 70 on one ramp.
He's crossing there, you know.
All right, let it go. Basically, you can advise Menor. He's coming into their city. He's going 60, 70 through Vine Street here. We're going to let him go. He was throwing out numerous baggies. There was a whole book bag he threw out. And
that was a very responsible decision right there. Because it was getting very dangerous.
Just drive, dude!
Why are you yelling at him?
Alright, I lost up at Johnny Cake.
What did he do wrong? He's stressed out. Got a fucking maniac on the loose. You got the methed out marauder just fucking pillaging the city here on the streets.
Searching for them, the suspect seized the opportunity to make multiple carjacking attempts.
Oh, he actually... What the fuck? Oh my god! Damn, this guy's actually fully unhinged. What the fuck? Him and his girl were actually going to carjack them. Damn!
911, where's the emergency? I just witnessed a car slam into another one, and now they're getting into another person's car. They're stealing her car.
What kind of car are they getting into?
It is a white four-door small sedan. I cannot see the make or model.
Wow, the title did not lie. This is chaotic throughout the entire city. And it all started over like an expired tag and asking for a social security number that she forgot. It turns out they stumbled across like an actual madman. And they left their cat in that car, by the way. So they carjacked this and left their cat in this car that they have just crashed into another vehicle. I feel so bad for the cat. I hope the cat's okay.
Are they getting into?
It is a white 4-door small sedan. I cannot see the make or model.
Sean, we just passed it. Looked like it crashed into a house.
Just give it back there to the house or no?
They took my car. It's a 2018 Nissan Versa. License plate.
All right, they just took a
2018 Nissan Versa.
Wow.
It's white and it went eastbound from this location. I'll give you an address here in a second.
They walked out of the car and I stole my mom's car. They hit this house and I'm trying to get them to answer the door. Our house is not hit by a car.
Are you okay, ma'am?
I'm shaking up.
Okay, were you in your car?
Yeah, I was in my car. He made me get out.
Do they have a gun or anything?
We don't have a crowbar.
So they turned right on 306.
Holy shit. So this guy was actually gonna fucking beat her to get the car. Yeah, this guy's hopefully going away for a long, long time.
Heading south.
Chester Township as well. Contact you.
Oh, they got it.
You got it?
Yeah, they're on it. Looks like they're going to Chester. They're all the way at 6 and 306. You want me to keep heading that way just in case they wreck it out? All right, I'll keep heading that way and I'll scan them and I'll see what I run into. All right, we're going on a field trip. You write your 15th day paper today about how you almost lost your life 16 times in the car. We jumped this bitch twice.
What are you talking? What? How you almost lost your life 16 times in the car? What are you talking about, bro? That's not what I'd want to hear with the person who is still currently driving me. You telling me you almost got my ass killed 16 times today? You don't have control of your vehicle like that? You're not that guy? Bro, drop me off. I'm not on the force. I don't need to be doing this. I've got the data I need for my paper. Let me out. Wait, the RGB keyboard goes hard. It does go hard. It goes a little ballistic. Yeah, he's got the fucking Corsair.
Your life 16 times in the car. We jumped this bitch twice. It sounds like someone's chasing it right now.
Kirtland's right behind it. They're going into Chesterland right now.
I don't know how they got this far on 3 tires.
I don't know where they're going.
Yeah, I don't think they know either, but...
Every freeway we were waiting. Who chases and doesn't go on a freeway?
Right.
Is this it? Let's go!
Here we go. Big deployment. Oh, there you go.
25's got a hit. 25's got a hit. I think I only had one successful hit on the driver's side.
Unfortunately, you damaged your car a little bit. I hate to say it.
Did they get him or no?
Mechanic, so he said it's smoking, so I can't imagine it's going to last too long.
Willie doesn't have an ID on the driver. Does have an ID on the driver. We're going to have an egg rob.
What? Did the officer... Didn't mean to click there.
They hit this house.
Damaged too long.
The officer, like, swerved out of his way to hit the spikes.
Willie doesn't have an ID on the driver.
What the fuck, man? Why did he do that? The cop literally went out of his way, swerved to hit the spikes. What was the point of that? What did he think it was going to be? Like a speed boost or something? Like video game rules? Like it's F-Zero GX or something? Oh, fuck yeah, boost pad. Too many tires. True. This is an unfair chase. I have 4. He only has 3. It's dishonorable. I'll take one out.
We're going to have an egg rob. They just got me with spikes.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
899, I just got hit with the spike. I'm dropping out.
Picking up the bags and stuff I found up here.
Damn, he got us. This guy's good.
Yeah? What'd you find?
A knife.
Okay, you tell me where it's at and I'll come get it, okay?
We were just walking. We found a purple knife.
It's down there on the sidewalk. I'll show you exactly where it is.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Give me off page. Okay.
Man, it's like a citywide scavenger hunt with all like the drugs and knives and shit that he threw out of the car.
Traffic's light and we're down to about 35. He is going left to center without any traffic in front of him. Every once in a while, Mike, he's driving left to center, just like he's trying to go at a car, but he's always pulling back off.
Alright, if he's going left to center, shut it down. We know who he is.
Coming up to Giant Eagle here, shutting it down. Yeah, he just pulled into Giant Eagle, Mike.
Alright,
How long has the chase been going on for? I feel like this has been a really long chase. Starting to get to nightfall now.
Trying to carjack somebody else, it looks like.
Oh, he's actually going for another carjack. Holy shit.
Alright, got a sheriff's car now on the lead. Tried to carjack another car, Mike.
Alright, keep calling it.
They're still chasing him right now as we speak.
Check your pit certified. You get into that parking lot, do it.
Okay, I will do it.
Off-roading.
He's trying to carjack another car now at the gas station.
Oh my god.
Don't get out of the car.
This is the most successful carjacks I've ever seen in a chase. This is number 2. And he almost had a number 3 earlier. Holy shit.
Don't get out of the car.
Oh, okay. Fire department 10 round.
Oh my god.
One at gunpoint, one on foot.
What seems to be the problem, officer? What's the charge? Enjoying a jack? A succulent carjack? Ah, that was uninspired.
Don't tease me.
I could have done much better with that one.
Hey, watch out. Hey, relax, man. Relax. I have no chance. I came out here and tried to do the right thing. That's a fact. I'm homeless as shit. Hey! I just want to speak to you.
Yeah, what's up?
So, listen, please let me kiss him.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
I can, but I won't.
Brother, you carjacked 2 cars, attempted to get a third, threatened to beat a woman with a tire iron to get the car.
I'm dead anyways. I'll be dead in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, butt in first. Swing your feet. Time, but shit, it's gonna be what, Willoughby?
We will like the car.
Female was driving?
You alright, ma'am?
They don't let me kiss her?
No, sir.
What?
She's in a different car. Different traffic stop, but then he crashed into a car in our city and carjacked the car. What's your girl's name?
Stacy Montgomery, my wife.
Okay.
Hey, this is so tight.
Okay, we're gonna switch it off.
Ma'am, sit up. Hello? Sit up, ma'am. I need you to sit up. Matt!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's awful. Nah, I can't watch that. They actually just did all the drugs in their car during the chase. Yikes. No, she didn't. It was actually her just faking it. That's a big brain strat. Because they blurred it and shit, and I was like, oh, it must be real. Oh. Damn, they got some fucking strats.
Hey, keep up in.
I can't believe you got that far on those rims. I mean, that's
I don't.
absurd.
That car was janky as hell too. That's my. Fire's my relative.
Oh, yeah?
According to her, she says she has stress-induced seizures. We just checked her out. She's totally fine. Yeah, she said she used cocaine a half hour ago. She's conscious and alert. Okay. This is that stress. Yep.
That's jailitis.
Yeah.
Jailitis, huh?
Fake seizures for. The last thing I want to do is 40-minute ride back, and she's flopping around back there like an ass.
So, what were you guys throwing out the side of the window? Any guns? No. So it was just drugs? No. So now it's not drugs?
No, I didn't say drug. I said whatever was in the car. Just random.
Our fire department.
Jesus Christ.
She doesn't seem like...
I'll be like I said, I'll be right behind you too.
How you had $8,000, legit money, and nobody want to rent an apartment to you? In the hood?
It's logistics, that's what it is. What's the longest pursuit you've done?
Oh, that one.
Really?
Jacob Montgomery, 32 years old, faced charges brought by the Willoughby Police Department for multiple felony offenses, including aggravated robbery, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and vehicular vandalism. Separate charges were also filed through the Willowick Police Department, including failure to comply, obstruction, vandalism, tampering with evidence, possession of drugs, and multiple traffic-related offenses.
I saw
the
littering
Ohio
in
Adult
there.
Parole Authority later confirmed that Montgomery was currently on parole and had an open burglary case through the Ashtabula County Prosecutor's Office. The female passenger, Stacy Camplees, was not on parole, but was also connected to the same open case. Camplees, 42 years old, was identified as a passenger in a vehicle connected to an incident involving aggravated robbery with a weapon, robbery, grand theft of a motor vehicle accident, and vehicle vandalism. She was taken into custody.
Why does it say free text? What is that? What is that? Is that a charge, or is that like a placeholder, like boilerplate shit? What is free text? Some lorem ipsum. Yeah, I guess. Maybe that is just bottom text, I guess.
During the investigation. However, the prosecutor determined that charges were not warranted. In a separate incident reported by Willowick Police, Camplees was later booked on charges including possession of drugs, tampering with evidence, obstruction, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and was cited for failure to wear a seatbelt while in the front seat. She was later transported to Hillcrest Hospital for evaluation, where medical staff assessed her and determined that she had no injuries, despite her apparent seizure-like behavior. Once medically cleared, she was returned to the Willowick holding facility for booking. Jacob was taken to another hospital and then transferred to Lake County Jail, where he was ordered to remain in custody and was not granted bond. Following the vehicle's recovery, officers located drug paraphernalia, including a glass smoking pipe and materials commonly associated with narcotics packaging. They also observed white powder residue throughout the interior of the vehicle. Officers also located the cat concealed under the driver's seat, buried beneath various items. The cat was removed and transported to a veterinary hospital for evaluation before being transferred to animal care services and is not suspected of wrongdoing. For privacy purposes, we are not identifying the cat.
That's cute. What an adventure that was. Wow. So she got off very easy, which I'm very surprised about. She actively kept going in the vehicles he was stealing during the armed carjacking. Wow. They really took it easy on her for that. Under duress, maybe? I guess, but they didn't say that. Probably because he did all the assaults and he was driving. Yeah, but she also saw the carjacking and then still got in the vehicle. Like on her own volition, walked and ran into the vehicle. Like, if I watch someone steal a car, I can't just, like, sprint to it and be like, all right, here I come. Or at least I didn't think I could. I thought I'd get in trouble for that. They got Crack Septic Eye. He doesn't even look like him at all, but that's a great name. I feel like you just had that one in your back pocket and needed something almost close enough to use it. That is a banger name. That is definitely a banger name. You saw the Scientology building removed all the door handles and now they're completely locked down. I saw. They're in DEF CON mode.
So these Scientology raid TikToks have gone so bad that the Scientology buildings removed the handles from their doors. Now, I'm sure you've heard about this trend by now, as people would just raid the Scientology buildings to try and understand how the building looks on the inside. That's actually been working, as they've been actually able to slowly get a map of how the inside of it looks. This one group with a guy dressed as Jesus probably was the one that went the furthest, as they basically went around the entire building.
This was a really good speed run. They did do, like, the entire thing. They didn't make it up to, like, Xenu level suites or anything, but they did have a good run.
But now they have finally caught on to the trend and seem to be trying to stop it by any means necessary, even putting guards on the outside of the building. But honestly, I really hope this doesn't stop them, because I want to see this trend continue. So
we all do. One of the first good TikTok trends ever. Why do people even want to do this? Because Scientology's a dangerous fucking cult, man. And they operate in complete secrecy and complete immunity. So they're fucking with them. All power to them. Let them run. Let them speed run their buildings. Isn't it illegal to not have door handles? People say it's a fire hazard. Scientology operates above the law. So even if it is illegal, it's not going to change anything. It doesn't matter. And that's not an exaggeration. Scientology is literally above the law. I'm not making like a joke. They can do anything. So it's not gonna matter. Brother, they have literally a hole where they send people who misbehave. They have a black site. And it's well known. They have their own secret prison. Secret's the wrong word. And nothing gets done. They can do anything they want. No, they don't. Brother, they literally do. I only just learned about it recently because I hadn't been keeping up with Scientology. But it's called The Hole. They have their own private facility where they house their bad members. And it's genuinely just a fucking prison. Like, it's crazy. A place of confinement and humiliation where Scientology's management and culture, always demanding, grew extreme. Inside, a who's who of Scientology leadership went at each other with brutal tongue lashings and even hands and fists, intimidate each other into crawling on their knees and standing in trash cans, confessing to things they hadn't done. They lived in degrading conditions, eating and sleeping in cramped spaces designed for office use. Yeah, but they have a Navy too, which is pretty cool to see. Is that true? I didn't bother researching that claim. I wouldn't be surprised. I bet they do have their own Navy. Yeah, the Sea Org. Yep. They do have their own Scientology Navy. It's a private Navy. They have their own uniforms and ranks. The Sea Org. They're looking for the Philosopher's Stone. True. You know about the skateboarding YouTube channel where the owner gives all the revenue to Scientology? Braille. Yeah, that's how we got on the Scientology speedrun topic last time. I'm very familiar. I know all about Braille. All of Scientology sounds like a Fallout DLC. Well, that's because it's literally designed by a sci-fi writer. It is meant to be that way. The actual purpose of Scientology, though, is to hose money from desperate people and prey on them and control them. And they use celebrities as a means of doing that as well. So the celebrities see profit. Obviously, people like Tom Cruise don't actually believe this shit, but they make money. To be fair, Tom Cruise might be the only celeb believer. Maybe, I don't know Tom Cruise personally. Maybe he does worship Xenu. I have no idea. But the celebrities that are members there are truly there just because of how much they get in return for it. There's a rumor Tom Cruise hires Sea Org to clean his house when he's away. I haven't heard that. That's fucking awesome, though. Don't they own all of Clearwater? They do, yeah. I've talked about that quite a bit. Clearwater is literally the Scientology hub. Yeah. Check out the Mind's Eye lawsuit yet? Oh yeah, I meant to look at that. Mind's Eye studio employees sue management over installing secret monitoring software on staff devices. Group of unionized employees at Build a Rocket Boy, Barb, studio behind Mind's Eye, have initiated legal proceedings against the company. They allege that management installed invasive surveillance software on their devices without proper consent, violating UK data protection laws. This marks the second major legal confrontation between staff and leadership in under a year. It was all in the pursuit of greatness that is Mind's Eye. Sacrifices must be made to achieve this level of quality. I don't know what they don't understand. It was TerraMind, a monitoring tool capable of tracking keystrokes, capturing screens, and recording microphone audio. Wow. Had to make sure it wasn't leaking to Rockstar. They were really sweating Mind's Eye. The GTA killer. He's gone full psycho. In the DLC mission, he put real devs' names in there as enemies. No shot. I know one of the DLCs was apparently about, like, the sabotage.
There's a lot of discussion and a lot...
I know that, but there's no way he used real devs' names here. Oh yeah, here it is. He really is committing to it. We will use these people, these names, and these facts for our own fun. We're gonna put some of these names into our upcoming spy mission. What a freak. You made a shit game. It's not saboteurs, bro. Your game is ass. Holy delusion. Oh my god. We've got very strong evidence of this and conducted quite thorough investigations over the months since launch. We've identified parties involved and now it's with the authorities both in the UK and US to deal with. You installed surveillance hardware, surveillance spyware into your employees' machines illegally and are getting sued for it. What evidence could you have possibly gathered other than your employees saying, man, this shit is trash, but I need my paycheck, so I gotta work on it? Like, that's gonna be it. You actually think there's gonna be fucking arrests? We'll leave it to them to do what they do, make their arrests, or any announcements in due course. I think we're not saying anything further at this stage on that. We'll just let the natural course of justice take its path. I am so curious to see what evidence of sabotage they have. Maybe I will play the DLC. I am beyond curious what sabotage he thinks happens. Because he played the game. He played the game and he's like, yep, this is it. This is the game I want to ship. This is the game I want to charge fucking $60, $70 for, whatever it was. I forgot now. This is the one. He played it. He didn't say, man, this game is shit. Don't play it. I can't release it in this state. Sabotage has occurred. I can't release it. He played the trash. And now he's grasping at straws. Who wins in a fight, 2017 Charlie or 2026 Charlie? Oh, easily 2026. I've said this a lot, man. At 31, I am the strongest I have ever been. Like, I feel like I could fucking snap 2017 Charlie in half. Like, it's not even close. I feel stronger at 37 than I did in my 20s. I'm telling you, man, dirty 30s ain't bad. 40 might be different, but I've been actually really enjoying 30. I feel like I'm hitting all new strength goals. Being active feels good. Granted, I do think I'm more injury prone, like I'm more fragile, but I mean, that's the price you pay, I guess. You know what's been really good for strength, though? I've been doing this for like the last, I want to say like 3.5 weeks, and it's been helping me like get up on bench even more. Like I said, my goal's been 225 on bench for a little while, and I've plateaued a bit. But I started doing something called greasing the groove, which I know sounds like a sexual euphemism, but who here has heard of that? GTG training. Do you have any GTG knowers? I saw it on a toilet cubicle once. Genuinely, no. Literally not a single person has said yes to knowing what that training is. It's an old school method of training. The methodology is you do sets you do sub-maximal reps for a lot of sets throughout a long period of time. So you take long breaks in between your sets. And you do sub-maximal, and you just do it a lot. And the idea is your brain makes a stronger neural connection and will be better at that specific lift over time, so you can start breaking through plateaus. So it's like a mix of high volume training and just like repeated on the same thing over the course of your days. And for me, it's worked really well on the bench. It's like a really old school training method. I think it's like Soviet era shit. Without changing weights? No, you gradually go up. You still have to progressively overload. But you do sub-maximal reps. You don't go to failure. You never go to failure. That's the point. That's the big change. You never go to failure and you take huge rests in between your sets. And it's been working for me, so I've been really liking that. How long's the breaks? It truly is up to you, but usually like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. That's what I've been doing. Sometimes even more. 2-hour lift session. I don't even view it as just a session. So what I'll do is I'll do one of the sets, then I'll come up here, play a round of Siege or something, like today, Master Duel, finish up a duel or two, go back down, hit another, come back up. So I don't even view it as just like a session. But I have a bench in my house, so it makes it a little easier. But if you're actually going to a gym for your lift, it makes it really fucking long. That'd be a long time in the gym. You do any cardio or legs? I haven't done cardio in a little while outside of just like basketball. But that hasn't been super frequent. I was running on the treadmill for a while, but I kind of petered out on that. But I train legs. I was doing squats for a little while, but I just really don't like doing squats. I want to get into hack squats. But I don't want to go to the gym just to do hack squats. So instead I've just been doing deadlifts here. And I've been doing deadlifts the same way I've been doing bench with the old GTG training. And it's been good. No crazy gains on my deadlift, but it's been steady. Are you sure you didn't invent that term? I swear to God, it's called greasing the groove. You can look it up. It's a very real thing. It's very old and it's not that popular. But yeah, if you just type in greasing the groove, grease the groove, you'll see it. Hit a trap bar. That's what I do my deadlifts with. I do a trap bar. I like trap bar deadlift more than just straight bar. And it's a fairly popular approach. No one calls it that. Yes, they do. They call it GTG training. It stands for Grease the Groove. What do you mean? It's not that popular, though. But what do you mean? That is literally what it's... Did they change the name at some point? Did they rebrand? What do they call it, then? They call it working out now. That makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You see the PlayStation 30-day license deal for digital games, you'll own nothing. I did see it. I did. Indeedy. I saw. I don't think Sony's officially said it yet. But yes, I saw the reports. This is something we actually need to fight back on. PT is going to be gone after 30 days for people who have it downloaded. I did not even think of that. You're 100% right. That means everyone, like me, who has PT is going to lose it after 30 days. What an interesting consequence that I didn't even think of. There's nothing good, by the way, with the 30-day DRM that they have, but that's a really unique one. No, they're not applying it retroactively. Oh! So it's only for games going forward now? So every game you buy going forward is going to have the 30-day DRM? I didn't read that. Not in the report I saw. Spawnwave Media has a video showing it's real. He tested it. Finally. Someone actually putting it to the test, because like I said, Sony hasn't officially made a statement on it or anything yet. But I'm assuming his testing confirmed it. I'll have to watch the whole thing later. You saw Ticketmaster is officially an illegal monopoly now. I saw the headlines, I haven't looked into it. Let me see. I hesitate to believe that, though. There was a big effort to shut this down. So I'd be shocked if they did actually follow through and designate them an illegal monopoly. There's got to be some kind of caveat. Jury finds Live Nation Ticketmaster illegal monopoly that overcharged fans. Trump administration dropped out of the trial, but 33 states kept fighting. This I didn't know. Once Trump came in because of... Trump always steps in when there's donations on the line. I remember the administration came in to try and, wash it. I thought it was kaput. I didn't realize they kept going. Wait a minute, this could be huge then. Federal jury ruled today that Live Nation and its Ticketmaster subsidiary operate an illegal monopoly that overcharged fans for tickets, handing a win to U.S. states that continue to trial even after the Trump administration dropped out. Jury found that Ticketmaster unlawfully maintains a monopoly in the market for ticketing services at major concert venues, and that Live Nation has a monopoly in the market for large amphitheaters used by artists. Whoa. Whoa, wait. This came from the office of Attorney General Letitia James. You might recognize her name because she's the one that's currently suing Valve. You telling me she actually does real lawsuits that aren't dog shit? Is that possible? Unless I'm misremembering, I'm pretty sure it's Letitia James that's suing Valve. I'll double check. I'm nearly 100% sure though. Yeah. New York Attorney General Letitia James sues Valve Corporation. That was February 25th, 2026. Very interesting. Live Nation unlawfully requires artists who use the amphitheaters it owns to also use its event promotion services, and that fans have been overcharged for concert tickets at major concert venues across the country, which anyone who's been to a concert over the last decade will tell you. Ticketmaster overcharged states by $1.72 per ticket and what the state had estimated. Evidence at trial showed that a Live Nation regional director boasted a gouging ticket buyers and robbing them blind, we covered that, with fees for ancillary services such as slight parking upgrades. The verdict could cost Live Nation and Ticketmaster hundreds of millions of dollars just for the $1.72 per ticket that the jury found Ticketmaster had overcharged consumers in 22 states. Great news. Actually, wonderful news. I thought for sure this was kaput after the Trump administration stepped in to try and help the monopoly. The Trump administration last month decided to jump out of the case that began during the Biden era. U.S. blindsided states by announcing a settlement with Live Nation during the trial, forcing states to take over the lead role. Trump administration gave up the fight and wanted to let these companies off the hook easily, but we kept fighting for every Arizonan who had been charged too much by this illegal monopoly, and we won. Trump admin agreed to stop pursuing a breakup of Live Nation and Ticketmaster as part of the settlement. The terms reportedly included changes to business practices and civil penalties of up to $280 million for states that opted to join the settlement, but only 6 states joined the deal, and they will reportedly receive a total of $18.6 million. So no more overpriced tickets. Okay, let's not get carried away, brother. This is good news, but it's not like it actually solves the full problem. At least not yet. It is a step in the right direction, though. You see the 26-year-old that died in the fake ICU. 26-year-old Connor Hilton of North Haven died August 2024 at a Bridgeport Hospital Milford campus after being admitted for pancreatitis. Parents are now suing Yale New Haven Health and Northeast Medical Group for negligence in a wrongful death claim. So here, I haven't read this article, but where does it talk about what happened? Because it's pretty wild. So according to the state report, Hilton did not see, this is after he had presented with his signs of pancreatitis. They admitted him to the ICU, but they didn't administer any medication to address the alcohol withdrawal or anything like that. According to the state report, Hilton did not see an in-person physician a single time in the 4 hours he was moved to the ICU. Instead, his in-person care team consulted virtually with a remote tele-ICU model. So they literally have just telehealthing your doctors instead of like actually saving your life in the ICU. How cool is that, huh? He was pronounced dead via video screen shared by the remote physician, by the way. Very, very sad and very scary. AI doctors next. Yep. This is the first of its kind, but it won't be the last. I feel like there would be too many liabilities to have AI-only doctors. You would think, but I'm pretty confident that the lawsuits and liabilities would still be cheaper for them. Like they're going to save more money just battling those and settling than they would just paying doctors and hospital staff. The wait to see is that's something I wanted to talk about a couple days ago and forgot. If any of you follow the gaming channel, in the most recent league tournament we played in, Andrew was talking about his kidney stones. This was like a month ago now. Well, Andrew was never able to pass those kidney stones. And according to like the doctor and the tests, which by the way, he had to wait like a long time in between everything. And he said like it was very dangerous because he couldn't pass the kidney stones and the kidney stone was quite large. So for over the course of, I think, now, because at that time when we were in that tournament, it had already been like 2 weeks or something. So I think in total it was like a month and a half with him in like excruciating pain, not able to see a doctor, not able to have a surgery, not even able to get the imaging until like weeks of discomfort. They didn't have any availability and wouldn't do anything for him. And then finally, this last Friday, he was able to like strong arm his way into an operation or into a whatever gets rid of the kidney stones. I don't exactly know how it all works, but it's brutal. That is brutal. The wait for like specialists and stuff, yeah. I didn't exactly know how it all shook out with his kidney stones because it was such a long, miserable process for him. But he was telling me a little bit about it like on last Tuesday or something. And he still had them. Crazy. Like, I knew the waits were long, but I didn't know they were that long for... I don't even know, is that even like a specialist though? Because I think it was just like general procedure, right? But maybe it is. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff. Now we're going to endocrinologist and we're booking onto August, September right now. Oh. Horrifying. Drinking soda doesn't help, right? With kidney stones? No, man. No, soda doesn't cure them. Soda's actually pretty bad for kidney stones, if you can believe that. Did he drink a lot of soda? No, not really. He said he's, according to him, he said he's been prone to kidney stones, but just hadn't had any for like the last 4 years. So it's something that he's just always had like a predisposition for. And recently he's been drinking like more energy drinks and stuff throughout the day. So he said it was probably from that. What about Red Bull? Yeah, I think he was a Monster guy. Well, I say was, he's still alive. I think Andrew mainly drinks Monster from what I've seen. You saw RFK Jr. stole a dead raccoon's penis in front of his kids to study it. I saw that headline, and I feel like that told me all I needed to know. He's a scientist. He's used his own body as a canvas for means of study. He's testing the human limits with meth and that brain worm. So of course he's going to study raccoon penis. I believe it. RFK Jr. is also starting a podcast. Is he? Hype. We were running low on podcasts. He has the smoothest and perfect voice for it, too. That's true. That is a good point. Thoughts on the AI Val Kilmer movie coming out? The AI Val Kilmer movie. What? As Deep as the Grave. Val Kilmer AI Performance 2026. Wait. Are we on the cusp of peak? This is what the cinema's been demanding. There he is! Very Bird Box coded.
Lee.
Wow. What a cool tagline. Wait, what? Some stories were too hidden to be found. That's some shit I would have wrote on like my 4th grade Pixo website, coldflames.pixo. Flames so hot they were cold. They think this is Uncharted, bro. For sure. Damn, that is a hot tagline. This shit was so hidden, but Val Kilmer found it. Oh, it's a true story. Where'd they hide it?
Don't fear the dead, and don't fear me.
Wow, that was something that was incredible. Apparently he gave permission before he died, so I don't even know anymore. That's just so fucking sad, man. That's just so sad. I'm gonna look that up. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, I'll read this. He had been cast in the film before Pass, but was not well enough to shoot his scenes. As noted in a release from production company First Line Films, Voorhees opted to digitally create Kilmer's performance with the support of the late star's daughter. So it was the daughter that okayed it. I don't know about that. When are you getting your Northern Line cruise ticket? Leaves from Tampa, so it's perfect for you. We're heavily debating getting Aaron on that cruise. And it also, especially because it goes through his birthday. He said he'd do it, but we're not convinced it would be a good video. I really think it would just end up being fucking miserable for him. We're still cooking on it in the lab, debating if it's worth. Thought you were anti-travel? Brother, I would never go on a cruise. I hate the idea of a cruise. You're literally on a fucking floating prison. Can't leave even if you want to. You're just stuck there. And I'm not like a big gambler, so I don't care about the casinos. I'm not a big water park guy, so I don't care about the water parks. Food's cool, but I could also just eat food on land and go home. I would never go on a cruise. I hate the idea of it. Then you have horror stories like the poop cruise. All kinds of awful stuff. But we were thinking about sending Aaron on the Northern Line Super Cruise. Just to document that. Imagine it ends up being Titanic 2. Aaron's footage would be huge in that case. Like, the idea is silly, and Aaron's, like, super open to doing it. It's just genuinely one of those things where, like, the idea might be more fun than the actual thing. Because I think inevitably what's going to happen... For those that don't know what we're even yapping about, I'll pull it up real quick.
My mom...
Here. So, Northern Lion, as well as some other streamers, are doing a cruise. And it's leaving out of Tampa for some reason. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. So, it's a streamer cruise where the chat is on the vessel with the streamers that they adore. The characters that would show up for that could be something beyond human imagination. So, like, the idea conceptually of sending Aaron on this as like a scout or like a basically a wartime journalist is like a really silly, fun idea for TOC. But this is actually his birthday. Like, we would literally be sending him to streamer cruise jail for his birthday. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if it feels cruel. It is real. No, Northern Line has confirmed this is real. And it leaves out of Tampa. Like, it leaves out of Tampa. And the whole thing is, the fans get to go there on the cruise, and they get to have a Q&A. They get to watch the live stream in person. I don't know what the variety shows really consist of. Hopefully a talent show will get Aaron up there and juggle for him. Or maybe deliver like a Tight 5 stand-up. It's actually a gift and it's only $2,100. Well, actually the cheapest tickets are $1,800. So we'd put Aaron in the fucking nosebleeds or whatever it is on the cruise. Whatever like the stowaway section is for $1,800. They'll have him come out to go to the Northern Line Q&A and watch him play some Slay the Spire. We have to get him the squad up ticket. That was another thing we kicked around, because Danny said he'd be willing to duo with him, get the duo Q ticket bundle or whatever. Danny loves cruises, but he might be on his honeymoon at this time, so he's not sure. I just don't know if it's... like, the idea itself is silly and wacky, but genuinely the video might just be terrible. Might just actually be terrible. And then we just wasted Aaron's whole birthday. And it'd feel bad. You know damn well everyone but the streamers will be treated like prisoners with extremely limited access. So I think what it is, I could be wrong. I'm still a little confused on it. I think it is a normal cruise, like a Completely normal cruise. This isn't like Northern Lion's private dinghy. Like, it's not his vessel that's cruising. I think it is an entirely normal cruise that Northern Lion and the other streamers that are listed have with a section booked. So, like, they have their own streamer section. So what it would be is the fans book the normal cruise through Northern Lion's Super Cruise, and they are their guests, basically. They're there for them, but they get access to the whole crew, or the whole cruise, and very limited access, I imagine, to the streamers for their own safety, because I bet if the fans just get to, like, be around them at all time, it would be like piranhas. It would be like chimpanzees, like, ripping their flesh off. Are you going to christen the vessel in Tampa? Yeah, I'll go out there and I'll break the champagne on the cruise and spank it on the ass. And then I'll give Aaron a big salute on his way out on the streamer Super Cruise. Last Flag came out, the Imagine Dragons game, peak player 558. Will you play it? I mean, I played the tech test or whatever it was, the beta, I don't know. I didn't love it, so probably not. I don't see why I would. Wubby got sponsored by them a few streams ago. Wubby got sponsored by Last Flag. No way, why? Oh yeah. There he is, playing a little bit of Last Flag. That Imagine's Dragon money hit. Tyler 1 was sponsored to play it too. Damn, they had a big sponsorship campaign. That's Imagine Dragons, baby. I'm curious, hold on. So Tyler 1, Wubby, Fan, look, it looks like a lot of people got sponsored for Last Flag. How did that do for the player count? Peak player count of 556. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I truly think sponsoring streamers to play a game is completely fucking worthless. Genuinely. Unless your game's just already successful and you just want to get like a stronger word of mouth out there, I just don't really even see the point. Like, if you have a game that doesn't have like legs on its own, there's just no value out of paying streamers to try and pump it. And isn't Last Flag free? It's $12. Wow, that explains a lot. Didn't they pay you to play Dying Like the Beast? Yeah, I was playing it anyway. And that's what I just said. I feel like that makes more sense if you already have a game that's going to be strong and you just want more word of mouth. I get that. But like this game, you don't get anything out of it. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Because the streamers, it's very clear, aren't really into it. I don't get it. I used to think differently. I used to think that this was like a really smart strategy for up-and-coming games to like snatch up a bunch of streamers to try and pump it off rip. But it just doesn't work. Maybe it did back then. It doesn't now. Now the sponsored streams for like big games are the ones that I get. That makes sense. I don't know what else they could do with the money. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that this strategy just doesn't work. Probably better off spending those resources making the game better and have people like actually want to play it. But I don't know what the solution is. But yeah, I definitely take, like, very rarely I'll take like sponsored streams for games that I know I'm gonna like Dying Light the Beast. That was the last one I did, or Warframe. But those are games I play and like a lot. Warframe was one of my most played games on Steam all the way up until like 2023, and it's still in like my top 5 most hours on Steam. I understand why a streamer would take it. Oh, I totally get that. I'm not saying for the streamer's perspective. I'm talking from the company. Like, I don't understand why Imagine Dragons guy would even be like, alright, let's start paying out the ass for all these streamers who aren't interested in our game. We're never going to play it, to play our game on stream for 2 hours to an audience that doesn't want to watch it. It just, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Because it doesn't work. If you saw Whoopi's chat during that stream, they were dogpiling it. And I feel like that happens every time. Like, genuinely. Again, I think that money could have just been better spent making the game better. Like, I don't know where else the marketing budget would go. Like, I guess maybe choose streamers who might have actually played it organically. I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't care. It's good for the streamers, I guess. It just makes no sense for the company. Reminds me of King of Meat with what they chose to... Yeah, exactly. King of Meat is really the one that's completely changed my tune on how games market. King of Meat, which is shut down now, by the way. R.I.P. King of Meat. King of Meat paid hundreds of thousands, presumably, maybe even in the millions, for that really tight Mr. Beast sponsorship, where Mr. Beast even made a full dedicated video, millions of views, even had a Mr. Beast game mode in King of Meat, and it had, 200 peak players ever and then died? Yeah, Amazon game, by the way. And they also sponsored a ton of other people as well for King of Meat. Only ever getting 200 players or something. If that, it might have been less. So think about, the millions of dollars they spent there just going into making a good game. Or, even let's say they don't want to make the game any better. They could have taken that and given it to, Fall Guys streamers or something. Something, genuinely adjacent to the game they are making, where the community might want to play it, or the streamer might have been interested in checking it out. Mind's Eye also paid a ton of streamers to play it, and it made the game look worse. Mind's Eye is another great example. Yes, exactly. Hey man, but that, again, it's good for the streamers that companies keep doing it. I just don't know why they keep doing it. Just keep farming it, though. This shit's crazy. The whole friend group tried to play Arc Raiders out of nowhere, just word of mouth. Word of mouth is the most powerful thing in the modern day and age. Anything organic, or at least appearing organic. I think a lot of it's fucking psyoped like Nidos and all that, but word of mouth is huge. I was curious, it looks like Burnt Peanut was also sponsored by Last Flag? What the fuck? Holy shit, how much money did they pay on the streamer, the sponsored streams? He still has the banner up. Hold on. Just that alone, just having the Burnt Peanut as a sponsored streamer was probably I would say comfortably, let's see how long he played, comfortably 6 figures. Yeah, you're right. He played it yesterday. The VOD has 1.2 million views, by the way. 500 players on Steam, peak. If a company sponsor you to play a game, what game you play for sponsor? Games that I know I'm going to like, games that I'm already going to play. I'm playing Pragmata this week. If Pragmata wants to sponsor it, sure. I'm playing it regardless. I'm very excited for Pragmata. Dying Light the Beast. Warframe. PoE 2. For the last league. Well, not the last league. The league before last league. When I was grinding the fuck out of that league. Games like that. But I think it makes a lot of sense for streamers just to farm these kind of huge paychecks. There's no reason not to, even though the game is just not good. So yeah, it looks like he played it for 2.5 hours. That was easily a 6-figure deal. And nobody from the Burnt Peanut community checked out the game. Have you heard of FandomCon 2026? It was a scammy convention that went on in San Jose. A lot of upset vendors and drama. FandomCon? No. It looks like it has more going on than Barbie Dreamfest and the Willy Wonka experience, at least. Badly run show with very few guests, overpromised and way underdelivered. Badges were given out without lanyards, or with leftover lanyards from 2 years ago. Artist Alley was 25 artists. They seemed unhappy, audibly complaining about poor staff communication. AI art on sale. One Redditor went to see the voice actor from Freerun who dropped out with only a quiet announcement. There was a disco area on the main floor. I bet that was lit. And it was silent the whole time, aside from one individual sitting there wearing headphones. Registration staff knew nothing, couldn't reach anyone who did. Friday guests were left standing while the showrunner walked off mid-promise to get them set up. Only a few dealers actually showed up. Includes 2 3D printed dragon guys and one of those mass-produced crochet flower trinket stalls. And another 4 or 5 booths were advertising other conventions, and one was selling AT&T. No comics. Saturday was worst attendance. Most vendors closed booth early. Unusual heavy rain that weekend, and Food Fest outside was canceled. Nothing to do. We were done browsing everything, with taking our time after an hour. General vibe was empty and sad.
Welcome back. It's now the afternoon. It is 3:37, and it's still pretty quiet. Yeah, there's a little more foot traffic, but it's
pretty
not
quiet. Those Helldivers right next to
it's
you.
not equaling to sales. Pretty quiet. Yeah, there's a little more foot traffic, but it's not equaling to sales. Some people are slowly breaking down now. A lot of people did not make their booths, and then some they would have talked to. They promised the moon and the stars. There were no stars. Only this cute Ragatha. She's awesome. They have stuff, but it's not a very big event, so you could get through it in less than an hour, maybe two. It doesn't have like redo value, honestly. A lot of sellers are mad, a lot of vendors are mad, a lot of artists are mad. This is just, don't tell us 10,000 people. Where are these 10,000 people? This is not 10,000.
The rain scared them away.
5,000. This 10 thing. You see that there's so much empty spaces. Actually, this area has no traffic, so because it's facing the wall, and this area just
Seems fun. This video got taken down, calling it ScamCon. I think they were worried about a defamation lawsuit or something. SantaCon also got shut down today. The organizer got arrested by the feds. The organizer of SantaCon got taken in by the authorities? What? SantaCon leader ran his own $1 million convention US. What? Let's start at the beginning. What is SantaCon? Is this not like a Santa Claus thing? Oh, it's New York Times. God, I hate it. I hate it. One of those websites. You have to create an account or pay for it or something. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Stefan Pildes, president of the nonprofit that runs SantaCon, was charged with 1 count of wire fraud. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison. So 1 count of wire fraud. Now, I don't know how big this wire fraud is. Worth mentioning, Robert Morris, the turbo pastor who found guilty of molesting a 12-year-old girl numerous times, only got 6 months in jail. Just something worth throwing out there. It's interesting how the system works sometimes. Lead organizer of SantaCon New York City, an annual Christmas-themed bar crawl, so it is Santa Claus adjacent, is both beloved and reviled, took more than half of the nearly $3 million the event raised for charity over 5 years, federal prosecutors said on Wednesday. Wait, what? That's a lot of money to be raising. I've never heard of it. The organizer, Stefan, used his position as the president of the nonprofit to illegally divert the money into a separate company to finance personal ventures and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on extensive renovations to a lakefront property in New Jersey, luxurious vacations in Hawaii, Las Vegas, Vail, extravagant meals, and a luxury vehicle. Stefan promoted SantaCon as an event grounded in charitable giving, but instead of donating the millions of dollars he raised, he ran his own con game. The charitable, non-political, nonsensical Santa Claus convention that happens once a year to fund art and spread absurdist joy. It was described by the New York Times in December 2025 as magical, pointless, playful, obnoxious, creative, and confusing. And it was all a lie. He was stealing it.